sorry we're a little bit late. We're kind of a dumpster fire right now, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We're good. We're here. We're ready for episode 18 of our Eberron campaign.
I spilled some beer.
Excited. Yeah, he almost started an electrical fire as well, so thanks, Sav, for not burning the place down.
No one sing the song, but everyone think about it.
It's all I can think about.
The one where the house is burning down?
No, it's
Or the roof
Steven's
is on
starting
fire.
Oh.
There's a lot of fire songs, apparently.
Anyway, first on our announcements list of our stuff today is
Charisma 20 Body Care. Sponsoring the show still. With our D&D themed class soaps, magic spell themed bath bombs, all sorts of fun stuff. Come check us out, charisma20.com, and use code INOUREBERRON to get some money off.
Hell yeah, thanks, Sav. Thanks,
Back to you, Mackenzie.
Charisma20. Next on the list of stuff, we have socials at Heretical Heroes on practically everything. I've also still fallen behind on Spotify stuff because I'm a hot mess and I'm really sorry about that.
It's okay. Have you looked at the world?
You're right. I'm doing great, sweetie. I think the announcements list honestly just gets shorter every week, so I think that's it.
Okay.
Sam, take it away.
So, last week, our group had a little chat with a guy, and Balrek made some choices, and rushed out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
With a guy?
With a guy. Or God, maybe. So, shown two options. One, to come back.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I genuinely don't remember what the second option was, because I just saw red as soon as you described that.
That's totally fair. It was it would have dropped you out right out not far from Mockton's camp. And they rushed out to defend Balrek's former home that was being looted by goblins, who were brutally and mercilessly dispatched without any real compunction. Gideon killed the first person.
I felt briefly bad.
I killed 3 people.
Yep.
I killed a few.
Well, yeah,
I
that's
insulted
pretty
people
good.
count to death.
The group then headed on. Aster had a bit of a vision mid-battle, which she poked into a little bit more that evening when the group decided to camp, popping into a strange tower with a few books, all seemingly written after the people that she has killed with her gun, and then reading one of the Needmore brothers' stories. She found herself quite adept with whittling and woodcraft. The next morning, the group decided they were going to go in and check out the local logging camp. Found it was a decent amount of people, but they are going to attempt to bamboozle their way in and into control of said camp. And that's where we pick up now. In the woods, the group huddled around as Gideon and Nadia drop some fake documentation. Yeah.
Now, what exactly do we want this documentation to say? What is it we want? What's our motivation?
Our motivation is to get these fuckers off the land, and the best way to do that is by telling them that they no longer own it. So I suggest saying maybe we had a conversation with the king. We had a conversation with the king, and we purchased the land from under their feet.
Well, that's fairly bare bones, certainly. We'll have to fill that in.
Sure, but once you add Feola and Joshua, it fills
happens.
itself out.
Right, that's true. Very true.
Oh, and me as your consort.
Oh, there's...
That's...
And the bodyguards, yes.
I swoon thinking about it. Oh.
What does it say?
Who are you?
Alright, so...
Go on, tell everyone's names.
Motivation?
Motivation.
What is it that we need off the land?
Our resource of choice, exactly?
Okay.
Well, if we claim it's for the wood, then They might argue on that, since they're a logging company and we don't look like loggers.
Just say it's your land and you want to build a magnificent mansion here.
We're making a resort.
Oh, like
I know resorts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
In a sauna.
Balrek, is there a river near here? Even relatively close to the encampment.
Balrek?
There's a nice stream not far from here that a lot of the local animals frequent.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's one a little bit that way.
Okay, so there's going to be swimming and hiking.
Oh, we talk about the restorative properties of the
Of
stream.
course, yeah.
Magically fed from the mountains.
And all of the trees will have a whole climbing situation going on.
Right, we do ladders and rope bridges, and people can be in the trees and be one with nature.
Now, why can't we do this anywhere else?
Corporate bonding.
Well, for the scenery.
Of course.
Corporate getaways are always a great idea.
Mm.
For the scenery, I mean, look at those beautiful trees. As we get them to grow,
Yes.
the glow in the forest at night.
Absolutely.
We pitch the way you can see the stars, and look at all the moons. I can count a lot of them on one hand. 5.
I mean, does it really matter, though, like what you need from here in particular if you own the land? Does it matter?
It doesn't.
It's about painting a picture.
Exactly.
Okay.
Otherwise, they're going to see right through.
Just,
We have to believe our story.
just say the Old Hard Forest has a history of feeling of serenity.
Oh, serenity. That's the buzzword. That's what you catch with.
It's,
Serenity.
History.
Joshua, write it down.
Who's going to do the role for the documents?
Whew. Do I still... Oh, wait, no. Never mind.
I will take over that role if you're okay with it.
Okay.
Proficiency. What's the
Deception and advantage between the two of you, and your being proficient with forgery
You're
tools.
slightly more deceptive. You know what? I would be
I-
talking and she would be writing.
Are you proficient with forgery tools?
I am.
Yes,
Okay.
I am too.
And I also technically can't roll beneath a 10 for deception.
Okay.
Then yeah, she doing it. Can I
ooh.
also offer inspiration? Because I'm, or is it because I'm part of this? I can't. I don't know.
I'll allow it.
Okay. So
You're
advantage.
inspired.
Well,
Oh, that helped.
So 18, and then my inspiration will be extra sexy. 18, 19,
Extra
20.
sexy.
29. 29.
It's not good enough.
And that's when they roll in at 30, and it just, how did that die get in there? I don't understand.
+1 for charm.
Oh, John's rolling a D100.
Fuck.
So, you see Nadia sitting down there, and you go over. No, a little bit more that way. You know, two of them sit there and just kind of this long sheaf of paper goes on to a second one, and then a third, and nice stamp at the end.
We're doing the seals all around it and the filigree.
Oh,
absolutely.
very fancy.
And it's so boring to read.
So for
Very
the
dry.
about 3 hours it's going to take them to do this, what is there anything else that you guys want to accomplish?
Well, I want to pull Moll aside and have a little chat, but it's not going to take 3 hours.
Flesh it out.
3 hours.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once you guys get started, Aster, are you just kind of like watching them, or what are you up to?
I would have watched them, yeah, probably for the first bit of time. Gotten bored. Cleaned my gun a bit. Can't do anything past that. And then I'll figure it out after you guys have a conversation.
Okay.
3 hours, huh?
What's your
Alright, so
document?
explain to me photosynthesis.
Well,
How
you
are
see,
babies made?
plants. Anyways. Yeah, probably after 5 minutes of them doing that, I'm just gonna tug on your sleeve a little bit. Just walk away.
Yes, son.
Puppy.
I just want to say it was actually 31 because I forgot my proficiency.
Jeez.
Alright, that's good enough, I guess.
Now your nat 30 means nothing. The future is now, old man.
I've lost. Game over.
Oh, hey guys, we won D&D.
It's about time.
Anyways, so what's the plan for when all this goes wrong?
Well, depends where we are. So if we're on our way in and it goes wrong, we could back down. Or we could really just try to fight our way through everything, hope that we're somewhat separated from the different teams, because they're not all working in the same spot.
I could keep some separated.
Sure. Middle of the camp, we die, or put up a hell of a fight. If we can get all the way into their office and talk to them, maybe we can kill a few and nobody will notice.
They won't notice.
Okay.
We can keep it quiet.
With
and
the
then
gun.
just leave.
I'm cleaning. So quiet.
Yeah, that sounds...
It doesn't even have to be that quiet. It's a lumber camp. It's loud as hell.
Yeah, those big metal suits make a lot of noise.
They do.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah?
Yep.
You letting me rub off on you too much?
As we drink at the same time. It's become very apparent to me that the way I've been going about things doesn't work.
I was gonna say the opposite. I've never seen someone talk their way out of so many fights in my goddamn life.
Yeah, well, my dad was cut from the same cloth, and look at how far that got him.
You're saying your dad wasn't worth his weight in meat?
No. I'm just saying sometimes you have to adapt.
Alright. There's a difference between adapting and becoming the monster.
I never said I was becoming a monster.
We saw what that thing was doing. Those vine creatures. Those are monsters. I don't care how many of those people in that other plane worship that thing. It was a monster.
Sure, but if I can stop them from doing that, that's worth pursuing.
Doing what?
Whatever they're doing. I don't know, rampaging across the jungle, taking out who knows how many people.
Okay. So fight fire with fire. Plant with plant. Whatever you want to call it.
Photo violence.
Yeah, something like that.
As long as it's your decision and you're not going crazy.
No. I'm here.
Alright, well then... I am completely in for this new Balrek.
Good, because when we get back to town, I want to go talk to Sir Concord, and I want you to be there.
About what?
I want him to train me.
Cocker to train you to do what?
Fight.
You're a paladin.
I gotta say, I haven't seen him fight. I've seen him get shut up a few times.
Sure.
Alright.
If not him, then Censor.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
You're getting shiny and new. It's just clean, and though occasionally when you clean it, you swear you kind of catch the glint of something large and kind of dark in the background, and you might even look around for it, but it's not really visible.
The tower.
Very much so.
Oh no, I'm going crazy.
In Article 2, subsection 3, we see that lumber rights pertain to the holder of this document, here undersigned by, and I just keep going.
I'm just gonna meditate, I guess, for the rest of it.
Okay.
Yeah, for the other 2 hours, 45 minutes, and 52 seconds.
How? Nope, never mind. There's no like branches or anything down, right, of the blue trees.
You see very few branches. You'd probably have to wander away from the camp a little bit.
I wonder.
Okay.
Carefully.
Okay. Give me a perception roll as your... Or you can do investigation.
Cool.
You're looking for sticks.
So many snakes. Huh. No, I don't find any.
No? You find some branches, none of exactly what you're looking for. You know, a couple, decent length. You know, you probably whack somebody with and it'd sting a bit, but not much more than that.
Chunk. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, I guess I would get out one of the smut books Naughty gave me. Probably, I'm on book 3 now. Start and finish that in 2 hours.
Okay. While you're reading, a little squirrel kind of like pop out and you'll hear him chittering above you on on a branch, just kind of watching.
Are there acorns nearby?
A couple, yeah.
I'm gonna take an acorn.
Give me animal handling.
10.
This little squirrel just kind of comes down with reckless abandon. Just not even thinking. It just kind of like
Big chunker.
grabs it, and just like looks at you and just kind of like skits, and then just sits there and just eats and just kind of watches you.
As I'm reading throughout the time, as many acorns as I can get like near from where I'm sitting, and just occasionally reach up and give them to him.
Okay. About half an hour through, you hear more chittering, and then the squirrel seems to go away sullenly.
Aw. Well, he was nice while it lasted.
I thought there were gonna be like 10 more.
Oh God.
Summon a squirrel army.
The seagulls,
Fight on
they're
our
here.
behalf.
Go, my minions! With Lieutenant Patches.
So you finish up your document. It's some good work. Probably something. I mean, you guys have done some cons before, and you've gotten by on way less than this.
Nadia, this is clearly our finest work yet.
I think so.
This is a crowning achievement.
If I didn't just write this right now with you, I think it was wrong.
Honestly, I'm not sure we wrote it. I think we spawned it out of air. We snatched it from an ethereal realm that's not our own.
Oh boy.
Fuck, it's good.
So it's done?
Oh, yes, it's
Oh,
done.
yeah,
Do you wish
yeah,
to
yeah.
read it? And I unroll. Would you care to take a look?
I'll read
Yeah, it
it.
looks good to me.
Oh, it's perfect. I just can't wait to show
It's
it
like
off.
3 whole rolls of
I'll
parchment.
scan read as I go.
It's you actually get. You have to pause. Like, you're a good reader, but like the wording is like purposely like doubling back and like looping around, and you're just kind of like, wait, do they have
Like,
custody or
flip
like?
back.
Did they,
And then
wait.
flip back again.
It's good. You understood it, but you were thoroughly confused a couple times.
No, this'll do
Proper
the job.
documentation.
This is very
Perfect.
good.
Now, we have that. It's important that we all play our parts, okay?
Yes.
I know some of you are a bit less comfortable with the lying than we are. It's important here that we're trying to sell them a story, okay? So go along with the lie and try not to add too much. Your bodyguards, your bodyguard and perfect royal consort. I mean, look at you.
Do you have a silk I could borrow?
I thought you'd never ask. I'm gonna start like pulling out something red and flowy and just drape it around you.
Really brings your eyes out.
Yeah, I'll just dress myself down / up with that. Maybe pull my hair down so it's
It would
all
make
down.
a great sash.
Oh.
Are you still wearing the coat?
No! I'm gonna put that in my backpack. Sorry for yelling.
You can put it in my bag.
Alright, coat in your bag, and then I'll use... Oh god.
Fayola. I am Fayola Thorngage. And this is Jeshua Sindamore.
The third.
Boss and boss.
Well, you may call us boss, or your royal prince. Either will do.
His Majesty.
Yeah, I'm gonna
His
talk as
Majesty
little as
is
possible,
perfect.
and I'm gonna call you boss if I have to.
It's a bit vulgar, but I can get behind it.
I'm just gonna say something in Minotaur that none of you can understand.
Perfect, that's getting
Yeah,
into character.
That works perfectly.
I'm gonna make myself look as consorty as possible within the bounds of what Aster would be relatively comfortable with.
Okay.
The pants may come off, who knows?
What?
Well, like a skirt, because it's a
Okay.
shawl.
Just walk around, no pants.
This is
I'm
what
a
they do,
consort.
right?
The fabric of it would be a very like clingy skirt. Like it would.
Give them something to look at.
Ooh.
I'll speak in Celestial.
Oh,
Oh, that works.
exotic.
Yeah.
We can sell that.
And you can choose to call me whatever you want.
Well, now I feel inspired to come up with something beautiful.
Centaria.
Ooh, Centaria. Perfect.
I'll write that down.
Oh, it's good to be acting again.
Stick to common, because I feel like if the entire entourage doesn't speak the same language, it probably wouldn't work very well.
I mean-
That's all right. I just pretend to understand her is how that works.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds.
We can
about
make
right.
it okay that we don't understand him. But her, I have to pretend I do. And I can do that.
Do you speak Infernal?
No, sadly, I only speak Common, Giant, and Elvish. So if you speak Elvish...
No.
Oh, well.
I mean, I could always just talk in Common if I need to.
Talk
Just
in
not
Common,
sound
pepper
like this.
in. You gotta pepper in.
Oh, you know what? You speak in Celestial, and every now and then just drop a word in common, just badly. Just a bad common
Something like-
word.
Celestial, blah, 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 blah. Yeast. Wait, that's not the right word.
Tokens. Okay.
Think we're as ready as we'll be, I guess.
I guess so.
So you head towards the camp. Are you going to kind of like come out of the woods, or is the plan to like come up the road with some pageantry?
I'm gonna come up the road with pageantry, and I would like to be riding on the carpet, down low enough that I'm like 5 feet off the ground, so that everyone's kind of behind me and around me. Jesha would be at my right hand,
Of course.
sitting behind me. I imagine you're like, what, kind of perched on the side of the carpet, legs
Yes.
hanging off? Yeah.
Joshua is a very skinny man. He is 5'6", and he's pasty pale with just the slightest of the littlest of the mustaches, just a little bit, and then just the smallest, just like a fairy sneezed hair on the chin.
If you looked up pretentious in the dictionary,
Yes. And he's covered in dirt and just very upset about traveling.
oh, perfect.
I just wanted to say, I'm gonna put the second revolver in your bag, and I have my gun belt sort of wrapped around and under the skirt to look tasteful, and then the gun is like hopefully hidden, like sort of in the flows of the back
Okay.
fabric. just in caseies.
I'm going to clean myself up, make myself look pristine, touch up my makeup. I mean, really go into the I am a prince level. And I'm gonna use prestidigitation to like sparkle up the color on my clothes a little.
Okay.
Joshua has a comb over.
Ew.
Just slicked black comb over.
But it does this a
little duck butt.
Duck butt. Duck butt is my rap name.
Oh, I like it. All right,
I write
so
that down too. Duck butt.
head down the road. Yeah, the camp's laid out in front of you. You want to start going to Tunic. You get up, the gates are wide open. There's a bunch of people milling around, moving logs. Looks like the camp is kind of, since it's a little bit after midday, maybe starting to taper down for the day, but still bustling along.
Oh shoot! One quick thing before we get in there. I'm gonna come up to you and just. I need to put this in the bag, and I'm holding my quarterstaff.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Are you wielding your mom's axes?
I have those on my sides, but not wielding them.
Okay. I was just curious.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tuck my pen in the way too.
Okay.
And then, sorry, one more thing on the way up. Actually, this last 10 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna cast Flame Blade, and then immediately let go of it so it disappears. So I'll be concentrating on it. I can resummon it as bonus action.
Okay. All right. So you're all walking up, and you probably catch a glint of flame appear by Balrek and just almost immediately wink out. You make your way up to the camp. As you get close, a few goblins just kind of like pointing. Hey,
What time of day is it?
It's about 2.
Okay. I'm sorry, continue.
Yeah.
I'll make
So-
eye contact with the goblin. You, take us to your leader.
They just kind of look.
Now!
Who are you?
Who am I?
That's what I asked. Do you not speak common?
Who are you to assume who am I? I am Jeshua Sindimore. Take us to your leader.
Give me a deception roll.
Oh no.
I technically can't roll less than a 10.
Okay.
Oh, so that doesn't even count.
That
Just-
being said, I did roll a 1.
Nope.
19.
19? Okay.
I really panicked there. It was over before it begun.
Looks at you.
Your default is a 19.
He just,
Welcome to Bards.
Oh my fucking god.
We can't fight, but we can do
he
this.
pulls out a cigarette and just lights it and he's like, that way.
Mm.
I am going to say, give him a gold, Joshua.
If you insist, my liege, and I'll flick one over.
One of them will snap. Why don't you follow me? And he just kind of like comes on up and he'll get in front and be like, hey, get out of the way.
Now that is how it's done. And I kind of like give a very light side glance to the other one. Without making eye contact, it's just sort of a pointed.
Jog on.
I'm going to make him shoot himself. Prestidigitation.
What is that? And you see them all just kind of look and just kind of take a half step away. He's like, what?
Your intelligence never fails, my liege.
Of course. Thank you for noticing. Now, lead on you there. What's your name?
Ritz.
Ritz. Lead us on, please.
It's His Majesty, Ritz. When you address Prince Feola Thorngage.
It's Your Majesty, Ritz.
Sneer, but keep going. You gotta play their game too.
And he'll walk up, and there seems to be kind of everybody starting to stop moving, kind of looking towards you, kind of like, what is weird dress like that? And you'll probably get a couple dirty looks and just kind of like, what are you rich people doing here?
I will match the dirtiest of dirty looks.
I'm paying them no heed. I'm just continuing.
This whole time I'm like holding onto your arm.
Okay, cool. I would have my arm out like this, and she would be like, hold on, put your arm out. She's sort of like that.
Yes. I'm trying to look as consorty as possible.
Once we get to like kind of the meat of the camp, Joshua is going to get up from his perch because he was perching there like a bird, and he'll leap down. Everybody, attention, please, 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 please.
What do you want?
I am Joshua Sindamore, and I am here to present His Majesty Prince Feola Thorngage of the Syrian Kingdom, son of Cadence
Sparks,
and
sparks,
Maria
sparks.
Thorngage, second in line to the throne under his sister.
Sparks, sparks, sparks.
It's just like this, like
This big
quiet of
meaty.
just dirty, like machines are just kind of slowly whirring down and just kind of, and you hear a voice kind of come from up above. I don't think they're overly impressed. And there's a much more nicely dressed goblin standing up at the top. Who are you?
I am Prince Feola Thorngage. I'm here to do business with the leader of this interesting encampment.
He points to a couple goblins standing up on a platform, and he just kind of, yeah, come on up.
I'm going
I
to.
recognize him.
Who?
The
From description, yeah, it would. If he would,
okay, the brother.
yeah,
Okay, which one would I know?
the older brother, the oldest brother.
Okay.
I'm going to disembark off the rug and kind of
Hold.
wave to Maul to like take it. It just kind of like rolls. Hey.
The
Anyway.
I will flake Maul a coin.
After I would wave to him, I would like totally turn around, pay no attention.
okay, and you start heading up.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 3 goblins up at the top of the stairs, and 2 of them just kind of. Hands out real quick, please, sir.
You are going to search me?
No, just kind of visual inspection. Spin it around, please.
Well then, look at me all you want. Inhale this majesty. Spin slowly.
You're good. And you start coming up, and come on, arms up. All right.
Those 3 are my bodyguards. They are to remain with me to keep me safe from poachers and ill wishers.
Which 3?
Well, those 2 and my consort is much more deadly than she looks.
Just gonna smile.
Weapons?
Well, of course, they're bodyguards. I assure you, they're well trained and will not attack.
No weapons.
Come on, and they'll push you along, and one of them is going to come towards the next set of stairs and follow you up.
Okay. So how many goblins do we have around us?
You have there's 2 more on this platform, and there's 1 just following up behind you as you walk up another set of stairs.
And the eldest brother, where is he?
He's up in this. You're basically coming up a set of stairs now into this top building.
All right, then I'm just gonna be let up as normal and go in and wait to see what's
Okay.
unlocking next.
You walk into this. It's not a very big office. Obviously, almost everything in here is set to people of small size. There's still quite a large desk, and covering the walls are the heads of most of the animals that you could imagine in and around this area, just like paraded all the way around the top. There's a couple like cases off to the side, and he's just sitting there. There's a big tiger rug across the middle.
Oh.
In Celestial, not that anybody can understand me, I'm just gonna be like, ostentatious. Ostentatious.
Before, there are 2 other figures in there. There are 2 gnomes just kind of sitting on a couch against the wall.
Oh, I'm still gonna say
Okay.
ostentatious bitch under my breath in Celestial.
I have no idea what you're saying, but it sounds under her breath, so I'm gonna go.
This is a quaint hovel.
Can I even fit in there?
When you come through the door, like, your head is, like, at the ceiling. Like, if you hopped, you might get your horn stuck.
Don't hop.
In that case,
Hop.
like, go in and then looking around, I'll probably just, like, grab Maw for a second. I'm gonna wait out here.
Yeah.
Windows are open, so you can still hear pretty well what's going on.
Mm-hmm. So I'll get to the top of the stairs and then just kind of turn around and wait right outside the door with my shield
That seems like a good idea.
semi at the ready.
Oh my god.
One of the goblins is just gonna the goblin that followed you up is just gonna kind of stand with you and
Almost like up to
attempt
his
to
knee.
look like he's on guard too, but it's kind of a little bit comical as he's like on the step below and he's just turned towards you and you're like, he's at like below your knee height because of the step, and he's just kind of just standing there, arms crossed, just kind of like this at you.
I'll like be looking just over his head and then I'll
Oh,
do
easy. Just like step a little next to him.
So he makes his way over to his overly large chair and just kind of sits back. You hear it creak. What can I do for you, Your Majesty?
Well, thank you for following the proper decorum, unlike some of your other lackeys.
The simple lumberjacks. They're not used to people of our
Caliber.
pedigree.
Our pedigree. Interesting. Well, I am Prince Vela Thornreach, and what might your name be?
I am Marat Needmore.
Marat Needmore. Well, it's nice to know that I'm talking to somebody truly in charge.
Yeah.
This is my servant, valet, right-hand man, Joshua Sindamore.
Pleasure.
It's all mine.
Good. Now, I have some business with you. You'll be happy to know that a deal has been struck, dues paid, papers signed and transferred, with the Needmore family, including you, and this company, that says we are now the proud owners of this land. You see, we, myself, the royal we, and of course, Joshua Sindamore,
Yes.
intend on converting this land, the Ulha Forest, into the perfect, pristine retreat.
Retreat.
Good luck with that. This place has been a series of headaches.
Oh, why is that?
Oh, God, friggin' group of a bunch of eco-nuts attacking the camps early on, and just all sorts of headaches. You know, you try to go in there, trying to just, do my job, cut down a few trees,
Well, of course.
and, just...
This sounds like a horrible burden that you've been under.
I mean, money's good. I mean, the wood's fantastic, but, it's quite the headache.
Clearly it sounds like it. Then you'll be happy to know we'll be taking this headache off your hands.
I bow deeply and I hold the papers out
I
to
gesture
Feola.
to it. See, grab it, and unroll in front of him. I pointedly, you see. Please, take it, read it. As you'll see from the underlined sections, that we are the new owners of this land.
You hear a drawer, as you're talking, just reaches in, pulls out a small, nice set of glasses and pops them on, and you may continue on. Sorry.
Of course. Just stare at him in silence for a moment, a little too long. Now, like I said, we intend on turning this into a resort, a pristine area where you can truly experience the serenity of Ulha Forest. These streams have magic in them, to those who believe, of course. And we can sell anything to those who believe.
Absolutely anything.
And he starts, he's like, all right, let me just, this seems like a lot. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll start going. While he's reading it, the gnomes just kind of give you a solid look up and down. One of them's vest, flat cap, just kind of sitting there, and the other one's got this big metal belt and hammer kind of hooked to one side of it. and they just kind of whisper a few things back and forth in Gnomish. And kind of nice carpets. Not talkative type, I see.
Excuse me, you need to pay if you wish to speak to the help.
Does he offer some delightful insight that I'm paying for?
No.
I would be droning on this whole time about what we're doing with the land.
It's a snazzy carpet you got there.
Yes? We took it off some bandits that tried to kill us.
Sounds harrowing.
Twice.
Do they look like they belong to Korenberg?
They're snazzy dressed. There's nothing necessarily to indicate kind of one way or the
Don't
other.
recognize them? at
No,
all?
not
Okay.
from. They are not gnomes that you have seen. You know, been in the market for a new one. Any chance you want to part with it? All right. Well, had to try, right?
I respect it.
So, are you? He's the prince. What are you?
I am but a humble servant.
Very humble, I see.
Quite.
Well spotted.
A lot of muscle.
When you need to protect His Royal Highness, we bring as much muscle as we can.
Well, hopefully there won't be any issues. Bloodshed makes me a bit squeamish.
I'm gonna say in Celestial to you, not that you understand. Joshua should probably stop talking to the peasants.
The one sitting next to him will just look at you and just kind of
What's going on back there? There's an awful lot of talking happening when I'm talking.
Oh, apologies.
I should think so. And you? Also, quiet. Business is being done here. It's perfectly rude.
I was just discussing with them the beauty of your flying carpet.
It is wonderful. I'm often gifted with things. We find things. My muscle takes things. Whatever needs doing is done for me, you understand.
Oh, I do.
People of worth often experience that. Oh god, I hate this.
Insight check.
Did it look like did it look like he understood Celestial?
The armorer.
Nice, though. Fuck, yeah.
23.
You catch the faintest glint of somebody who is clearly a little bit more clued in than he probably should be, and you just kind of he's enjoying the game, but you got that slight glint that it's probably a bit of a game.
Do I get the sense that he knows where the carpet was taken from, or that he knows who
Yes.
we are?
He knows more about the carpet.
Fuck.
I'm gonna switch to Infernal when I talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Doodle, you mind taking a? Sure. And the one with the flat cap, just kind of, if you'll excuse me, and he'll turn it around and just kind of. I don't know. It seems pretty ironclad to me, and just kind of slides it back to him.
Of course it is. This is a done and closed deal. We're here simply to inform you. I am to spend some time here evaluating the land. I personally like to oversee my projects, you know. It's important to me. It gives me a feeling of, well, charity to those in need. What would poor Joshua do without me?
It'd be very sad. Very, very sad.
Definitely not getting by on his looks.
His mother and I think he's perfectly handsome.
you know, Joshua, I think what race?
She's like half elven with the hook nose.
I love this.
I don't know, goblins, elves, I guess we just have different tastes.
I suppose so.
Fortunately.
Well,
You'll have a few days to pack everything up and be totally empty. You don't have to tear down the structures. I will have teams to come in and do that. You simply take your men, the tools that they desire, and you go.
okay, well, I guess we gotta pack up the wagons. It's gonna take us a couple of days to break everything down.
Well, of course.
Do you mind if are you gonna be in the area?
Well, I am doing preliminary exploration of the area, scouting things out where I wish the soaking baths to go, where I wish for the sand baths to go.
I just wanted to make sure I could get a hold of you. I've obviously got to send this up to the main office and just, do my due diligence as, a well-educated bureaucrat yourself.
It would
I'm
take
sure you understand.
ages to send this off. Why wait?
Oh, no, don't worry. We're prepared with the best Civis equipment. Don't worry about it.
Oh, interesting. Well, I have some messages to send myself. Could I perhaps see some of this equipment? I hope you wouldn't mind me. I have to send some correspondence to my lovely parents.
And he's like, well, I mean, if it's going directly to the other office, and he just kind of pulls his big stone up on the thing, and he's, it'll just be a moment. And he just kind of muddles for a minute. They'll get back to me when they get back to me. I mean, other side of the Corvair, so...
Well, how long does this normally take?
They're probably already in bed for the evening, so it'll probably be in the morning. Again, you don't have to stay around. I just wanted to make sure I could get in touch with you should we find any discrepancies in your paperwork, but...
Well, of course. I'm certain you won't. Do you have anywhere... I'm a bit parched. Do you have anywhere to drink? Get to know this lovely area?
There are some casks underneath here. Just go through, you'll see where it's kind of boarded up. Just move the board, and, it's back there. Didn't have a whole lot of space, so,
Are you suggesting that His Royal Highness should do his own dirty work?
I mean, somebody will pour it for you. We have a bartender. We're not,
Will you be there
uncivilized.
drinking tonight? I'd love to go over some details with you.
I usually drink up here. It's not good to mingle with your workers too much.
Exactly. Somebody who gets it. Maybe we are cut from the same cloth.
True.
Well, how about I meet you here this evening? You, me, Joshua Sindamore. And of course I have to have a bodyguard, so I'll bring Maul with me.
I don't know.
I assure you, he's perfectly loyal to me. He will do nothing to harm you unless I say so, and I would never say so.
He looks like he's just one of those ones that's, quiet to look hard, so he's probably the least amount of trouble. Yeah, better than the big guy. And
Could you imagine
I
trying
don't
to
even
fit
see
in?
any guns on this one, so I don't know. I prefer to keep the spellcasters out of this stuff.
That's a fair point, Well then, the others will go cavort with your men and have their drinks, and three of us will enjoy a table with you.
You like dwarven scotch?
I love dwarven scotch, the burn in particular.
All right. Well, I guess hang about. I gotta finish up with these two, and then it's pretty much gonna be the end of the business day. So
Well, how about we come back after dark when you're relaxing, and we'll join you then. It's much quieter, no machines, that awful sound.
yeah. All right.
All right, perfect then. We will excuse ourselves. You can get back to work, enjoy the document. It's a fun read. I do love them myself.
Do you speak Sylvan?
Okay.
What
So
about now?
Huh?
What about now?
Still no.
Okay.
I tried though.
you head your way out, and they start talking. It's like, all right. So you guys need anything else? No, I think we've got everything that we need.
As we're leaving, I'm just gonna gently lean over to Feola. The gnomes know something.
Nothing we can do about that now.
So are you leaving the camp then?
I would like for us to go up the road and when they can't see, kind of like reconvene and discuss strategy for
Okay.
however the fuck we're getting this thing.
Okay. So you head out of camp. Everybody just kind of...
Can I perception check to make sure we're not followed?
Yeah.
12.
Not good.
21.
12.
Okay. 12. You head down. You're just about out of sight of camp, and you don't see anything, Maul, but you've heard a couple, like, missteps and, like, a cracked branch. First one was kind of like, all right, sounds. Second one just kind of was off, and then it was immediately followed up by another one that sounded like somebody maybe like kind of like bumping something that they didn't see. But you can't see the tail, but you definitely think you have one.
Okay. When did you want the carpet back?
I would have probably hopped right back on it once we were down the stairs and I could run again, because we would like make the same exit as we made an entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
hanging a decent way back.
Okay. There's someone following us.
Do you know how many?
No.
Well, then we stay in character.
Stay in character, and when they get close, if you find them, reveal them.
They're staying far back. They're not going to get close.
Okay, then I want to quickly have this conversation while we're not being heard, and I'm going to quietly talk to all of them.
Okay.
Clearly, we need to steal that piece of equipment or do something to interfere with it. We can't let the message get back. There's no proof on the other side. They'll find out that the jig is up. We need to falsify the message or break the equipment.
What about the tail? That's immediate.
We can double back and try to ambush them, perhaps?
I can get more information first
Information about what from who?
about what we're dealing with.
From the tail?
Turn into a small creature.
Well, that's a great idea.
And listen to someone who's watching?
Could you turn into a small creature and destroy that piece of equipment?
It was stone, wasn't it?
It was just a little stone.
How big? Was like softball size?
Yeah.
Baseball?
Like
or...
maybe softball, but not as like same diameter, but like a big flat stone.
Oh, okay.
I assume we're doing this while we're still trying.
Yes, we're moving.
Very quietly.
Quietly. I don't think destroying that stone is a good idea.
Perhaps not, but we need to do something.
They'll literally know it was us. It's too convenient and too quick.
You're right.
We replace it with a normal stone?
Or we destroyed more than just the stone?
Logging equipment. Do you think any of it could be rigged to
What?
break?
Crash and take down the whole tower?
Possibly. He said that there's been many burdens and problems. Eco-terrorists, or whatever he said.
Sure, I don't have another goblin grenade.
Fair.
I don't know how to make them.
And the thing is, if we just destroy the place, they're going to send more people out here.
The document's not gonna work, is what it's feeling like.
Yeah.
Well, it got us at least knowing their routine a little bit
Yeah,
better.
so the goblin's gonna die when we go to have a drink.
I can make it silent. We go into a room. You have to stand far away from me, and I'll cast silence, and you can do what you do in silence, and no one will hear.
But that presupposes that we get back in there without people paying attention? Or do we just use the cover of we're going to have a drink?
I think that's all we have.
Yeah. We use the cover, we get in private, we take off the head of the snake while we can, and then we either sneak out or we take them on in sections instead of all at once.
Wait. Kill him. Look like him. Tell everybody the message has come through, it's done, we go. And then he's gonna lag behind.
Oh, that could work.
Much better.
I mean, you can look like him, sound like him, or
and
even
then-
I can.
Well, if I
They
go
have to-
out as him with you, Then we can like pretend to be celebrating.
Absolutely, I think that's a brilliant idea. So, we're gonna make our way back. Mo, you can dispatch him, or... I feel like he might be tougher than we think.
You're gonna have to go in invisible or something if you go. Nobody can see you going and not come out.
Okay.
True.
I'd like to flip open the herbalism book and see if there's any
Silent image.
poison related.
An investigation roll.
I can use silent image to... when we're walking out, you, as the goblin, me, and then the version of you I make with silent image.
Perfect.
It's complicated. It's going to be tough to make, but you might be able to do it in time.
How much would I be able to make in theory?
A dose.
I have an idea.
Yep.
But we need to get somewhere.
Then let's go.
Lead on.
Okay, what about the tail?
Is this idea about the tail, or...
No.
How far away are we?
You're now kind of the point where, like, the road is bent a bit, so you can't actually see the camp behind you.
Do we still have the tail?
Well,
They're still following you.
can I hear them?
No.
If you want, I can play the bait, bring them back.
Bring them to us.
Conveniently go for a walk closer towards you guys. Or one of you come.
I think I can just hide and wait for him to come past me. And
I think that's the best bet.
Okay.
We will stay up ahead a little bit so that he falls into your trap trying to get to us.
I don't think you should be alone.
okay.
Not too far ahead,
Then
just...
I'll go.
He's further back than us, like a good amount.
Okay, do you want to take the carpet, go up into the trees, hide above Maul, and Maul can get the jump and you're there for backup, heal?
Yeah? Sure, yeah, I guess. I can also underbrush.
Well, either way works, whichever one you prefer to do. I trust your judgment.
Yeah, I'll
So-
just go.
We keep the carpet. It's more flashy.
True, it'll draw them in.
Misdirection.
You're right. That's why we keep this consort around.
I'll just be your backup.
Sure.
Okay.
General direction? Where are we going?
We just need to be not here.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll meet back where we camped then.
Camped.
Okay.
So we're gonna start heading in that direction, the rest of us.
Stealth roll from the two of you.
Oh, which die?
I don't want to get too far ahead.
Okay.
Just enough to, like, think he'd still follow us past that point.
So I stub my toe on a boulder and just start screaming.
Oh no.
That's a natural one.
Okay.
For a 7.
Hey.
Well, you still look
misdirection.
like Jeshua.
If you're hidden.
22.
22. Okay. So what, were you like climbing up in a tree?
Yeah, I was just gonna kind of be his backup, but not like right there.
Okay. So
So we are kind of separate.
Yeah.
see how many feet separate you are.
I'm just peering down at the tail, just breathing heavily.
Well, there's only about 10 feet in between you. You're kind of moving down, and you go to climb up the tree, and there's a bit of a snap, and it's kind of a pause, and then the figure moves up and gets to about where you are, and you just kind of you hear like the faint sound of like footprints or feet just kind of doing like doing a quick circle around.
I am going to lean into it and just go, fuck! Why does he want all of these leaves? I do what the master says. I do what the master says.
I can't see anything.
You can't see it.
It's circling around.
It was kind of like it stopped and like started to look for something.
I am loud now. His Majesty, my liege.
I need you to get more leaves. Why?
I'm gonna go for him.
Okay, give me an attack roll. Disadvantage. Or are you going to try to hit, or are you trying to like grab?
Hit.
Okay, stabby end or soft?
Stabby end.
Stabby end, okay.
Going for the kill.
Clothesline him.
Would you like murder or murder light?
Oh, I hope this doesn't turn out to be somebody we like.
Oh shit.
There's nobody at this
It's a
camp that we
9.
like.
A 9.
Just like Savage to turn it around on us.
Okay. You jab out with it, and you hear a step just kind of go back, and you hear, whoa, 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 whoa. No trouble, bud. And you hear, we don't need to go this route.
Invisible.
I was waiting until you guys were away from the camp, so they couldn't see.
Well, I'm asking you if.
Yeah, they're invisible.
Okay. And who are you and what do you want?
You're gonna put that down?
No.
Do I
That's
hear
fair.
this?
You can hear this. Be like, all right,
I'm gonna come up.
I don't want no quick, freaking out. And he just kind of, you're a snap, and then it drops, and there's a gnome, tight dark clothing, with a hand crossbow standing like 10 just outside. Like there's one space in between the two of you.
Could I sneak up behind him and just like hold my knife to his throat, just like?
Probably not with how bad that stealth roll went. He's kind of got one of those like where you're here and you're right here, and he's like, all right.
It's just like, I'm a-coming to get you.
I'm gonna try anyway.
Disadvantage. And he kind of disengages. Bolt's still in it, but...
Right. I'm guessing I can see
10.
Oh.
Nadia right now.
9.
9?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's like,
You need to get your friend to stop moving.
Nadia, what are you doing?
I don't know, man.
Good try.
You should keep the stealthy people with the stealthy people. Like, that's 101. But, all right.
Okay.
What do you want?
The carpet?
We're not giving you the carpet.
You took it. It's ours. You should give it back.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Do you mind if I go back with your friends and we can talk about it? Are you the one that got it?
We've literally never
No.
met you.
No, but it's clearly made by our people. They're
Never sold one before?
no, especially not with identification encoded into the themes. Like, come on, I'll show you. Come on, no trouble. I'll put it away. We'll
Where's
talk.
your friend?
And he pulls the coral out and he's like, it's poisoned. It would have only taken one shot to take down your friend, and I just vanish on you because
How
you
quick
just
is
traipse
it?
through the wood. Usually, someone your size should take you down in, 12, 15 seconds.
Do you really
Not quick
think?
enough, bud.
No.
I mean, well hey, I respect somebody else in the game too. I mean, I usually don't get picked up on, so I mean,
Alright.
Where's
there's respect here.
your friend?
Here's the thing. Yeah, is your friend coming with you? Is
The other guys? No, I mean, they sent me out. Which is why, I'm not one of the ones that you saw up there.
How many of there are you?
3.
There's 3.
Yeah.
Insight check.
He hesitated.
It's not great.
I only got a 15.
12.
You have no reason to believe otherwise. I just came down to try to talk sense into you because it would be unfortunate if, Needmore was led to believe that you were here, doing something nefarious. I mean...
Well, our boss actively told Needmore that we took it, so I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to come look at it, sure. You're not gonna get it back.
I mean...
It's a magic carpet that we attained.
Look at me, friend. That carpet we took from a band of bandits that tried to kill us. Look me in the face and say that you do not believe me.
Give me a deception roll.
It's default 19.
It is default 19.
It's a rolled 19, though.
Yeah.
You still have that D8 inspiration.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought you used it for the.
No,
No,
I
he
used
used
it.
she used the bardic inspiration.
DM inspiration.
I might need that later.
Okay.
All right. Well, obviously, I've lost my upper hand here. So
Never had one.
you, coming from the one who can't climb a tree. So I am officially asking that you return our property. I don't want to fight you, but it's not yours. I don't care how you got it. I'm not asking that question. You know what? I'll even put in a 273J, and I'll get you guys the reward money for finding official property. I mean,
How much is that?
typically it's a standard rate of 1,000 gold. I mean, the two of you guys don't even have to tell the prince. I mean, I'm sure you're skimming some off the top. You guys like that, nobody's totally honest there. You guys split it. That's 500 gold each. You want to cut in your other bodyguard friends? That's totally up to you.
Get her hands cut off for stealing the carpet.
Yeah, there's a lot of people without hands.
What kind of prince am I?
Yeah,
He's left a lot of hands.
I know a lot of the Syrians are upset because, their land was destroyed in, some terrible disaster. I mean, I don't care what wacky stuff he does. If you need, how about this?
Listen, friend, listen.
You give me
No. Under no circumstances.
200 gold, I'll kill him.
Under
I'll
no
do it for ya.
circumstances do you mention that. He has ears everywhere.
It's like this right here. I'm sure he's a drinker. You put this in there, he'll be done in like 15 minutes. Be nice and slow. Nobody will even know. Just look like a heart attack.
You don't know him, man.
Fuck is this guy?
You don't know him, man.
All right. Well, I did my piece. You guys.
No, you can come with us. You can come with us. You can get to know him. You can get. Yeah, come on. Come with us. Come with us.
All right.
What is the gnome business with this lumber camp?
Good question.
How about, as we walk, I give you this, and then you agree to tell your friend to cut the bullshit with the bandits. I know you didn't get it from bandits. I know exactly which team had it. It's all in the logs. You sign them out.
What?
Sure.
All right.
And
Yeah, all right. Well, let's walk. We're out here for some of the wood.
have you already bought all you're going to buy?
Yeah, I mean, you guys taking over, does that give you guys rights over what's there?
Yes.
Looking to buy a little bit more? Give me some decent rates.
I don't think they're going to be selling anymore.
No.
Oh, I thought you meant you owned it now.
Right. They're not going to sell it. It's for looking at now.
All right, well, I mean, the stuff that's already cut down, I mean, you can't really put it back.
As we walk,
Sure.
I'm just gonna look more and more nervous and just scared.
I imagine
I
the
left the
Needlers will
leaves.
take that with them. So whatever's cut down, sure, buy whatever the rest of the shit they got. I'm asking if you're done.
I mean, these Needmore guys are making a lot of, big claims about this stuff. We're bringing it back, run a little bit of testing, I'll verify it, and then we were going to look to buy more. We got an option.
Right. Well, yeah, that's probably going to shut down.
Man. You guys one of those, eco guys?
No, it's literally just, it's something pretty and they want to look at it. If you can't look at it if it's cut down.
Oh, yeah.
That sums it up well.
It sounds terrible. I mean, it's like a library where you can't read the books, but...
I
I
don't care. I don't think you can make a boat out of it, so I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna grab him by the
man.
shoulders.
It'd probably be tough. I don't think I've ever seen somebody with like a full adamantine set of boat carving tools.
I'm gonna grab him by the shoulders.
Yeah, because it's hard, it's dense, and plus like it's blue.
Yeah.
I mean, it might blend in with the water, but at the same time, if you hit a skyline, you'll see that from a mile away.
Apparently,
this is
it can be
happening.
enchanted with some pretty heavy magic.
She's grabbing. Oops, sorry. She's grabbing him by the shoulder.
I'm grabbing him by the shoulders. I'm gonna touch his face. Do not mention the library. Don't mention the library.
What's wrong with your friend here?
She's worked for the prince for a very long time.
He's like, listen. You can
Don't mention
give me another deception
the
roll.
library.
Wow. Again.
19.
Listen. I appreciate your sticking to the game. We're professionals here. Let's act like it. You put on your act back when you get over there, but please stop touching me.
You'll regret it.
I'm
When
really
you don't
regretting just
have
not
your
shooting you guys
hands
now, honestly.
anymore.
Me too.
And about this time, you'd probably see the camp in the distance, and you'd see the three of them.
As soon as the camp comes into view, I'm just getting.
While all that's unfolding, we get back to the camp, and I kind of just unceremoniously almost like plop the herbalism book on a nearby log and just kind of point to a page I've opened that highlights a poison we can make.
Oh, what? How do you get? Where do we get this? Do you have some? Or?
Well, we'd have to get some of the supplies, but it's doable.
Will it kill him, or slumber, or make him
Just
sick?
to highlight what it does exactly.
It there's only like one or two simple ingredients you need. One of the main ingredients though is a freshly picked thorn, and it's a deadly poison. It will basically cause like constriction in the throat, and just basically it'll just suffocate.
Cool. Gross, but cool. Well,
It's got to be ingested.
I have seen poisons used before in courts. It's not uncommon for kings and queens to be outed with it.
How's your handiwork? You think you could slip it in?
I don't think
I
it's a good idea.
don't think I could do it very well. I certainly think if I distract him, perhaps Nadia could do it. Or even if I were to tell Maul to perhaps get us the drinks from below. He said the casks are kept underneath the building.
Yeah, but he probably keeps the good stuff in his office.
That's provided he lets us drink it. He might not know. I mean, you're right. If he does have good stuff, he'll be drinking it, and we have to put something in it. I suppose I tell him it's not proper for him to pour, and I require that they pour the drinks, servants and all that, and just talk him into letting us do it. And if that doesn't work, then, there's always Maul.
About that time, you'd probably notice Maul and Nadia coming. Oh no, Maul and Joshua coming up. Jeshua. And a small, definitely a gnome. You can see because he's got two green mustaches, one that goes up, one that goes down. But everything else, like he's got like a tight knit cap on, like very dark clothing, hand crossbow hung at his side, like the cowl things like pulled down, and
Stealth suit.
just kind of going along and just completely just seems to be at ease, just talking with Maul. So what's up with the no shoes?
It helps me kind of feel my surroundings, get in tune more, and also I kick people a lot. It's my feet are
Joshua,
tough.
Maul, are you there? Is that you?
Malish,
Sir,
we have a guest.
Why do we have a guest? Who would bother us now? We're busy exploring and doing our due diligence.
The guy who wants his carpet back.
I'm sorry, and who are you?
I want to stand in front of the book and use my tail to close it shut.
Ooh.
The name's Drandle.
Drandle.
Trandle.
I'm gonna stand behind the gnome and just gesture towards Gideon. Like,
Well, Crandall, what do you mean you want this back? This doesn't belong to you.
All right. So if you unroll it, going down the right-hand side, you're going to see a bunch of, circular designs, and then there's a few nice, filigree that goes dashes.
Right.
It's a number code. This one was lent out to a group of people. It didn't come back. I mean,
Well, this...
you're actually almost got by, but Fandoodles, that dude's got an eye.
Well, good for Vin Diesel or whatever. It doesn't matter. This we got from bandits, as Joshua has so many times pointed out.
Can we made an agreement about the whole, bullshit with this.
I'm sorry, what agreement?
no agreements were made.
I should hope not. I have decision-making power here.
All right. Well, your Majesty, your people took this. It's ours. Would like it back. And would be happy to make sure that you get the proper reward for finding official Zilargo property.
I don't want a reward. I want to use the carpet that I so rightfully have.
All right.
How much do you want for this to go away?
I mean, again, and he's like, hold on. And he pulled out like a thing of papers, and he's like, I got one here. All you do is, sign your name here. I put the number on it. You say that you found the carpet. You give me the carpet, and then we mail you your $1,000, your 1,000 gold, in 6 to 10 business days.
I'm gonna step up to Fayola, turn my back to the gnome, and in your ear, if you're determined to go through with actually putting forth some action when you go back to camp, this might be worth getting a bit more help.
Well, my consort here spoke some words of wisdom. She is very bright, you know. I propose perhaps a deal. You see, we properly own this area now, and I can sense that the Needmore family is gonna put up a stink about it. I just have a sixth sense for these things.
They're probably going to try to hit you up for the cost of the buildings, and they'll probably try to come in,
See,
and do all your building for you.
And we don't want that. We don't care. We want them off.
Okay.
I will happily give this back to you when our deal is done and they are leaving, if you help us.
What do you mean by help?
Well, I suppose we could strike a deal that you and your team can take all the remaining cut-up lumber.
Ooh.
At no charge. Except for a few boards for us to play around with.
And what do you need in exchange from us?
Well, I have a personal vendetta with that man in there. You see, he hasn't just been destroying this area that we wish to put a beautiful reserve on, a beautiful spa. Well, he's been destroying areas around all of my finest establishments, and this is my clever way to get back at him, is to take his land and send him off. Most things are motivated by revenge.
No, that's accurate.
And you look like a fellow who has quite the moral compass. Am I right?
Give me 5 minutes, and I'll be back.
Insight check.
And what do you mean by that?
I gotta call this in.
To whom? Just your friends, or to
Yeah,
headquarters?
no. Fandoodle.
Nope.
I would want an insight check too.
Okay. He's being honest.
9.
That's dirty 20.
Yeah, he walks off and he just kind of like mumbles to something, and you just hear just kind of like a very faint whisper, and he's like, we can give you a little bit of help. We'd prefer not to get seen. it's easier if we, you know, keep relationships good with need more for other places.
I
but-
understand that. But, you seem to have snuck up on my men while they were out gathering ingredients for my herbal bath or, you know, other needs. So clearly you're a man of stealth. And look at that outfit.
Well, I mean, how about this? If we get you alone in the office with them, you know, get them a little bit drunk, take care of it there.
Well, I'd love to slip something into that drink.
Easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Insight check. On the easy comment.
Oh, well, the easy comment.
Oh, that's not bad. I think that's a 19. That's 19.
There's a little bit of bravado in there.
Moderate.
So our agreement then is you help us get a loan, you slip something of our choosing, or unless you have something better, into his drink. That will enable him inert.
All right.
After that, you stay out of our way for whatever shenanigans we're pulling to get this job done, which may include a little bit of subterfuge on our part. And when the goblins all leave, we will return your carpet to you.
All right.
And I'll shake.
The Lago appreciates your discretion. All right.
Do I recognize that name?
It's the nation where the gnomes come from.
Oh, okay.
And he just kind of like pulls up the little cowl thing and just kind of walks off into the woods, and he'll just kind of dip out of sight. And he vanishes pretty thoroughly.
Okay. We'll see, that wasn't so bad.
Oh. Would have preferred to have his help if things went south.
Certainly, but I'm hoping they don't. And I don't think that they would hang around if things really did go south. They seem like they're out for themselves, just as they think we are. So, an alliance is tenuous at best, and we're gonna use this the best way we can, is to...
No, we already know how to deal with gnomes.
That's true. We sick maul on them.
We send them naked into the woods.
That too. And there's plenty of woods here. Now, Balrek was showing me, he thinks we can make a poison.
Ooh.
That we just have to get into the drink.
I'm looking around.
It
Give me an
should be
investigation roll.
deadly.
Are you doing okay about it?
7.
7.
Yep. I'm gonna kind of wordlessly grab the herbalism book and go find the ingredients I need.
All right, give me an investigation or survival investigation, whichever.
Could I argue advantage because I know herbs?
No.
Could I argue advantage because we're in the Orhar Forest?
You're really kind of right on the edge. What do you get?
6.
6? Okay. So
1, but 6.
between Aster and Balrek kind of wandering out, it takes a while. Like, you guys lose like a good 2 hours of these two wandering in the woods.
I wasn't helping him.
Oh, you were.
But
okay.
if I was helping him, he would have had advantage.
Oh, that's fair. You weren't helping him. You were just doing
Sorry,
it on your
Balrek,
own.
I wasn't helping you. I was
Okay.
looking for the gnome specifically.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were looking for. I'm
No.
sorry. Yeah.
Just keeping an eye out.
Okay. Balrek wanders off for an hour. Finally comes back. You don't know how it took you so long to find them. Usually these things are everywhere, and as you're walking back, you see a couple of the flowers that you need hanging off a tree that's right next to the camp, and you're just like, wow, I'm really just kind of not with it today.
How many doses was it?
1.
1. Are the herbs I need for this only in this region that I know of?
No, they're the flowers tougher to find around here. It only grows on certain kinds of trees
Gotcha.
and a vine, but everything else. And thorns aren't super common out here, so that's one of the rough ones, but works out well for you. So
Should I put my clothes back on? Or...
It is evening. I'm sure he would still be dressed quite beautifully, so I wouldn't risk it. Will it hurt you to not be wearing your pants?
No, it's mostly the coat, but I'll be fine. I'm hardy.
Well, we can blame it on the cold. You can put the coat on over it. Perhaps you'll let me change the color of it? Clean it up a little?
Sure.
The color will change back after an hour.
Okay.
And it's cut really feminine now, so.
I'm gonna make it a deep, shimmery violet.
Oh, nice. Okay. Darker than Aster's skin tone. Okay.
Yeah.
Like the color of my hair, like it's a dark indigo.
No.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
I'm for it.
Okay. Give me an
But I
herbalism
keep my
with
pants
wisdom.
off? Okay.
Never thought I'd be saying that to you.
It ties together pretty well, all the purples and the reds.
I know what I'm doing.
Where's the jail? I need a jail.
Was Maul visibly annoyed, or was that Cameron being?
Wah, wah.
You had like aside and looked like you
It's
wanted
been a
to say
jailbreak.
something.
No, I just.
That was a 9.
A 9. You're not able to get it together. It just kind of see Balrek sitting there, kind of putting something together, and then there's just kind of like this acrid, dark smoke that just kind of raises up, and it's just a horrible smell.
Oh. Is it supposed to smell like that?
It is poison.
Yeah.
I don't know, you don't look too confident about it.
I'm just gonna tip it over.
Oh,
It's just like it hits, and the little bit of vegetation on the ground just kind of dies, and there's a little bit of a sizzle.
well, it looked like it would have worked.
Can I see the book?
Yeah.
I want to try my hand at it.
Do we have any other alternatives?
Are you proficient with
including-
herbalism tools?
I don't think so, but I'm proficient in survival.
That's true.
Hold on, let me look.
We can charm. I can cast silence.
Here's the thing that I'm
Tinker's tools, that's it.
kind of thinking of now.
You
is
could do it with
if
just
we
straight
get rid of the
wisdom roll.
man
Okay.
And then walk out. Why would they think it's anyone else but us that did this?
I hate to shoot us in the foot, but I did only get enough for one dose.
Yeah, you would have
Well,
to go travel for
I
more.
would go looking for more.
Okay.
So
At this point now, it is getting dark.
do we have time to try to do this one more time?
I don't think we could risk it. There's a narrow window here. What I think we do now is we're going to go there, do our thing. We will dispatch him very quickly, as quickly as we can. We will put his body inside Jeshua's bag of holding.
Perfect.
There will be no corpse to hide. And then we will have her, or Jeshua, look like.
Right. And then leave the
boss.
camp never to return with
No,
us.
no. We are going to play the part for some time. He will be leading us around. We'll make a big show of it. And when it's time for everyone to leave, which will have them pack up, Jeshua, as, what was his name?
Marat.
Marat, will volunteer to stay behind and finish things up, send them off.
It's going to take them a few days, is what he said to pack up.
What else do we have to do?
We'll tell them to leave immediately. Plans have changed.
At that
they've
point,
got
we're in
so much
authority.
money.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to butt in again, but
yeah, please.
who was in the room before?
It was the goblin and the 2 gnomes.
Nobody else.
Nobody
Else heard anything.
Nobody else was in the room where it
The only other person that was close by was the goblin on the other side of Balrek.
Okay. He did say he wasn't expecting word back until the morning.
Which is why we have to have this done by tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we can say, as Jeshua, anything we want. Not Jeshua as Marat, anyway.
And then, long game, we can leave his body somewhere covered in bear claws.
Well, yeah, we just look like it was a fatal accident in this wood that is causing them such a burden. It's a long-term lie, but do you have
Sure.
something else you wish to do? What's your plan?
You could always say that he was going to go personally get his brother in that small troop, and you can just leave his body with the rest of them.
Yeah.
That's an idea, certainly.
Sure.
There's so many of those tonight.
My job, killing somebody doesn't usually end up having to deal with worrying about if somebody knows it was me or not, so
Fair.
it's not in my wheelhouse.
Aster, an idea has struck me. You're mechanically inclined in some way, yes? You play with your gun, you do things with that?
Yes.
What do you think it would take to go to those mechanical things and sabotage them while they're off?
Well, I could certainly try. It would certainly look odd if people saw me trying to do it.
Well, yes, this would be a stealth mission of some sort, but it was just a curiosity that hit me.
I don't think that matters.
I suppose not.
No.
I mean, if you wanted me to do it, I could try it.
No, I
Do you
think
have a brain?
Nadia's right.
Okay.
Also, I think I have a way to deal with those.
Do you? Anything,
This was more, I think, for the whole accident idea, not just to get rid of them.
We're trying to cover some bases.
Could sneak inside one of them.
I think the combination, kill him, disguise, he ventures off, we leave him with his brother.
I think that'll work for now. All right. Well, let's head back. We have an appointment to keep.
Okay.
He said they were based back in Corvair, right?
Corvair is the whole continent.
It's the other side of Corvair.
Make sure when you are him, you tell them to head in that direction so they know for sure.
Okay. Does she, do I have a general heading I can point to them in or something? Ted's bad with directions in this case.
West.
You would basically would have to be west. There's nothing east.
In my research after leaving, did I figure out where Needmore headquarters was, though?
Oh, do I know where it is?
Yes, you would probably know. It's no, they're not enough that there would be really in the history. Oh, yeah. Give me an intelligence roll.
I read the story of his life.
The Reaches.
Tell them to go back to the Eldine Reaches.
Now,
Say the name again.
Tell them to go back to the Eldine Reaches.
Eldian Reaches?
Yeah.
Eldine.
Eldian. Well, you're the one who's going to look like him, so.
I'm going to be him, but sloshed.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sloshed.
Not too sloshed where they don't take him seriously.
Yes.
So it's about 6-ish now, so it is definitely as you get to camp, it's going to be dark.
Okay, that's fine. We wanted it to be dark and we did this.
Okay.
Balrek and I are gonna stay behind and on the outskirts and try to stay low, or
Better to be somewhat nearby than too far away.
Yeah.
but Fayola told him it was just gonna be the three of you.
I did say that you two
Somewhat
would be
nearby
off
than too far away
cavorting.
would be, yes, either outside camp or if y'all can try to convince them to have a drink.
I made it clear to him that you'll be cavorting with his people, so you can be anywhere with his people that you want, as long as you appear sociable in some way.
As far as they know, I don't speak their language, but I can think of something.
Fair.
Just
Just give him the eyes, swish the hair.
you just need to pull
And
down
then-
the chest area a little
Yeah,
bit.
exactly.
Oh, it's already tied up like this.
Womanly wild.
You don't need to say a word.
Womanly wild.
Okay.
Tieflingly wild.
So you get to the camp. As the sun has gone down, it has turned into a very, very different setup. There's a fair amount of, most of the goblins are walking around with tankards in their hands. The two mechs towards the back look to be stacking kind of the remaining few logs. But everybody else seems to be kind of cutting out. You see a line kind of all set up here towards the back. Where they're just kind of waiting, and they'll come in one side and then come back out the other side, talking. A few will seem to stay inside. Some are just kind of slumped down outside, just having a drink.
I'm gonna look at Balrek. Right, are we walking into camp with you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all together like we normally have been.
Just nod at you, not say anything, and I'm gonna make my way towards where they're all lined up.
Okay.
And hope that you follow.
Audible sigh, and then I will.
You see the two gnomes from the office kind of just hanging out by by their
Gnomes
wagon.
in the office?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it.
Gnomes in the office, yeah. There were 2 gnomes when you guys were upstairs.
It's one of them, Jim Halpert.
Dwight, you ignorant slut.
And just, sorry, I just completely went right over my head.
Oh my god! And we literally have a case of identity theft, which is not a joke.
No. The one with the flat cap just kind of tips his hat as you all walk by. Your Majesty.
Just bow my head, shake, and start heading up the stairs. Gently lifting up the edge of my skirt so it doesn't drape. And I'm growing up like I'm going up a grand staircase because you always need an opportunity to make an entrance.
He's
That's it.
sashaying.
Exactly.
You get whistled at by a couple goblins.
Stop.
Okay.
I dagger glare at each and every one of them.
Nice.
I assume
Joshua's
I have
a little
the
possessive.
carpet again.
I actually, you know what I want to say before we head up, that we put it in your bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mole, you can give that to Joshua to carry.
You're not known to carry things, but alright.
I'm a new man.
Okay, so you 2 head up. You head to the line. Where are you heading, Balrek?
I'm just following Aster.
Okay. So you get in line and you
Oh, I'm not in line.
Oh, you're not in line, just going near where the line is?
Yep.
Can you hear something real quick?
Yeah.
When you go to walk off, that's it.
Okay. You get over towards where the line is.
Do I have my bag or no? I'm assuming I don't have my bag.
I mean, that's up to you whether or not you would have brought it if you think it would have made sense.
You could have put it in my bag if you wanted to.
You also could have given it to me to carry.
I'll do that.
Okay.
And I'll just gesture for you to kneel so I can get into it. I'm gonna pull out my dragon chest set. Is there like a log or anything that I could slap it onto right in the middle of where everybody is?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna slap it down, start setting it up, and just look and choose any random one of them and say, you,
Yeah.
do you play dragon chess?
I'm alright.
Sit. Play.
You. Yeah. Alright. And he hands his mug to his buddy and he sits down and. What are we doing? A copper apiece?
How about the silver?
Alright, fine.
I just want to be like looming over the table.
Okay.
The whole point of this is to I'm gonna try to keep up conversation with him, laugh even if he's not super funny, and try to get attention on what's going on.
Alright, give me a persuasion roll at advantage between Balrek, the dragon chess, laughing.
Persuasion. Okay.
Balrek is just heavy cow breathing up the back of his neck.
Persuasion at advantage. My dice have not been kind to me, so we'll see. Oh shit, we'll see what happens.
Clearly.
Oh, 20, non-natural 20.
Okay.
Pre-rolling. What's up?
He doesn't play super great, and like he'll try to distract you from the fact that he's playing pretty poorly, but you definitely get it. In between your laughs and joking with him, he thinks he's doing all right and thinks he has you on the run. Some of his friends start coming around, and then you just like couple turns in a row just clean him out, and he's just like, everybody starts laughing, and he's just like, you try better. You do better.
Do I
if you
get a
think you can.
silver?
Oh, you're gonna get with how bad he played, you're gonna end up with a gold.
Okay, and I'll just point at if he asks somebody to play, I'll let them sit down and
Okay. He'll
smile
sit
and
down
shake hands and just keep it going,
Okay.
and probably up the stakes a bit.
I got a 17 for perception. Just keep an eye on our surroundings.
Okay. A good portion of the workers are just kind of into this. and there's a few others, and you catch just one, just kind of sitting towards the back, and he's got a tankard, but he has not drank it. He's just kind of like here in your view, so he can see everything in this area going on, and like there's maybe been one sip, but clearly he's doing what you're doing and is just kind of keeping an eye on things.
So you seem to be focusing on anything in particular?
Nope, just kind of he probably watched the first game a little bit intently, but is for the most part just kind of keeping an eye on you and Aster, and occasionally he'll kind of peek up towards the stairs in the office up top.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep up, do the whole hair flip they said, and womanly wiles, and just try to keep all the attention over here.
Okay.
I love it.
Try and subtly in between games gesture at that guy.
Just very casually, look around
Yeah,
sometimes.
sleight of hand.
Natural 20.
Yay!
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
23 total.
Okay. Seeing here, Balrek kind of makes a gesture towards you, indicating that there's a goblin that's just kind of watching everything. Seems to, if you peek around occasionally, you can probably see that he's not drinking much, but it's tough where he's positioned for you to look too often without looking overly noticeable.
Yeah, I would probably do it like when the other person is going, and just a casual like look around, smile at people.
Okay.
And see what happens.
So, three of you get up to the top of the stairs.
As we're walking, I'm going to look at Maul and go, "You're here because you're one of the better servants." And I'll give him a bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Oh
my
Michelle.
God.
I'm sorry. That's
You're
just-
here because you're one of the better servants. So inspiring.
You just got inspiration for inspiring.
Just a quick
A tear of inspiration goes down your cheek.
You get up in the, there's some lamps on in there. The room looks even more ostentatious at night because it's just like a few lamps that just kind of light things up in such a way that it like really accents like all of like the heads of the decor and everything. And like there's a chandelier like right over the tiger skin rug.
Oh, this isn't gaudy at all. Wonderful.
He sees you at the door. Come on in,
Hello, Murad.
my liege.
So I'm here for that drink.
How's the sentry situation looking
There's two at the stairs below you, just kind of
below?
hanging out there. They don't have drinks. They're the only ones that you have that really. They're just kind of they're sitting there playing cards at a table like right underneath you.
Okay.
So, like,
But they're like
there-ish.
not in the building.
They're not in the building now.
So if the door closes, can they see us, hear us?
They're like down the stairs, right?
The windows are cracked a bit because it's a nice night. So
Is there anyone else in the room?
when you get up there, originally when you're getting up there, no. He's like, come on in. We should have the gnome decided to hang around. I hope you don't mind if they have a few drinks with us.
Well,
I hear they got
put that up
connections
to
with the
my-
library, with the Korenberg.
interesting. So I bet they have all sorts of wonderful stories to tell.
Mostly bookworms. This one, I think they're just a bunch of actuaries, but
That's a lot more boring. What you do seems to be more interesting, living on the land, working with your hands. It's impressive.
I'd go back to the Reaches any day. It's so much easier there. If we were out there, this forest would have been cleared out a year ago.
Well, what's so different?
I mean, first of all, the lumber, and he just kind of reaches down by the desk, and he pulls a small dagger out and sets it down, and the axe head is a much darker metal, adamantine. That's the trick with this stuff, but it's expensive. The dwarves, they charge a fortune for it.
Are you the only one who carries those tools?
Oh, I mean the axe, yeah, but I mean we've got a few saws. the thunder saws do a decent job too. It just takes a while, and replace the blades every so often.
Certainly must get expensive and just so exhausting doing all this work out here.
Ugh, yeah, no. My brother's out now going through and making sure there's, checking out new sites, clearing out any,
When's he supposed to be
hang
back?
arounds.
I would love to meet him.
He's usually gone for about a week at a time, probably not back for a couple of days.
Okay. Well, that's too bad. I may end up missing him, but can't be helped, It's always nice to meet more interesting people.
He's going to be irritated that the camp's getting kicked. Honestly, I think he enjoyed it out here. Him and my other brother, the two of them seem to kind of get a kick out of things. The
other brother, where's he?
other side, he just started up a new branch out in Help or Heart, something like that on the other side of Kabara. New little
Hope.
That's the one. You know your region.
Well, Jeshua is, well educated, as I require all of my top servants to be.
You educated too?
Well, he doesn't need to be as educated.
He's educated in other ways.
Ah, muscle.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Traveling the world as I have been doing, I found it's important to have fewer quality muscles around versus a big group that draws too much attention. I draw plenty of attention on my own.
Yeah, I usually, I try to do some of the skull cracking myself,
Do you? You like to fight? Are you very adept at it?
I do all right.
What's your weapon of choice?
Just kind of looks at the axe and the dagger, and just kind of...
Those are pretty good weapons for it.
Just dropped it through a little hook on his side of his belt. Sit down and have a drink.
I already would have sat down by that point.
Like, is your friend just going to stand there and loom? You drink?
He does drink, but he does prefer to drink and loom.
Pulls out a bottle and popped it open. And can you do your mathy stuff while you drink?
Absolutely not. Pour me a drink.
He's like, pours a little bit more in yours, and then hands the other glasses out and just kind of sits back and sips.
So I'm gonna make conversation, attempting to seem interested in him and just learn more about it. When you talk to people, you get them to open up about what they're passionate about. They can talk forever, and it disarms them. That's my intent here, while I wait for the gnomes to get in and kind of show up.
So he's going to talk about how he's a big fan of hunting and collecting. He's like, I got a whole collection here. He's
Clearly.
Like, these all me, and he's like, most of the stuff in the display cases back, when I was more of a field man.
Tell me about that one, and I'm gonna point to one more exotic-looking animal and try and get a story about that.
Yeah, he'll tell you. It'll be probably a little bit overblown, but
that's fine. I'm doing it on purpose.
While he's distracted, I'm gonna tilt my head away from him and just mouth at Maul. Now?
I'm trying to keep him as well distracted as I can.
Okay.
Question mark?
Do we know when the gnomes are supposed to arrive?
You probably hear footprints coming up the step about a minute or two after the Nadia starts mumbling to you, and you can hear quiet footsteps. You only hear one set though, just kind of coming up the stairs. They're kind of deliberate.
A fan of music?
Yeah, I mean, who's not?
Fair point. You'd be surprised how many people I met who claim they're not. Philistines, all of them. Yeah. Regardless. My parents always required that us in the family learn to play an instrument. They said it made us more creative, more humble, more like everyone else.
You do any troll jazz?
I've never done troll jazz, but that sounds like an interesting thing to learn. Why don't when the others get here, I play as a song. I've been practicing on the road, and I have been dying to play for an audience.
Song by a king? It would be my pleasure.
That means so much to me.
Poured another drink.
When I hear them outside get close, I'm going to kind of one little quick tap with the harpoon to make a noise, and then I'll open the door before they can even touch it.
Good evening. All right, if you don't mind, we are going to, come in and have a couple drinks with you.
Oh, come on in. The party's for all of us.
Ah, Your Majesty, I was hoping we weren't going to miss you before you left.
Of course not. I'm here for all of you. It's important to be seen.
Definitely. And I've heard so much about you and, your benevolence and wisdom.
I'm certain you have. Word of me gets everywhere. I was just telling my friend here, and I point to the goblin, that I do love to play a song for an audience, and I haven't had a chance to play for anyone who wasn't, well, sucking up. So, if I could, I'd love to play you a song.
As long as we get a couple drinks with that.
Absolutely. Joshua, pour them.
Joshua's been sitting like this, the whole worm tonguing it, and just holding the glass it was poured and not drinking any of it.
Okay.
Every now and then, just like.
With an obnoxious slurping.
Breathing fumes.
He's just a sip, sniffing, and he's just gonna go over and pour his glass into other glasses. Yeah. Disperse.
Okay. Down by the two of you, things go on a bit. You've got a bit of a crowd. Give me an intelligence roll, actually. See how well you're doing with your dragon chest. You can have proficiency to it.
Okay. It's just intelligence.
Yeah.
Poison.
Okay.
We don't have any poison.
Yeah.
At this point,
The third
we
game.
Do that. To
14.
open and attempt to
14?
charm.
Yeah.
If it fails, they don't know.
With the general gist. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're winning for the most part each game. Some are a little bit closer than others, so you kind of
Wait until
break even on a couple of games. Third game in, about halfway through Balrek, you see a figure like where that goblin is that's been kind of eyeing things, just kind of like, you would say almost step out of the wall on the other side and just kind of comes off the wall and just kind of, and then just kind of moves to a spot where he's got a nice, clean shot on him, and he's just kind of thumbs up, and then just presses himself against the wall, and he becomes fairly hard to see again.
Clean shot on the goblin that's
On the
behind
goblin,
the
yeah.
wall?
Interesting.
I'm going to. This is in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Oh god. I'm getting a bit bored of this. What can we do to up the stakes?
And you see a couple of them kind of look at each other, just like, yeah, come on. All right, come with us. And they kind of look up, and they're, the boss should be a couple drinks in. Yeah, come on. And a few of them will come with us, and they'll head off towards the large building off to the side that you've seen large logs coming in and out of.
Okay, I'll follow.
Okay.
Close behind.
Okay. So they bring you inside, and they're just all right. They close the door, and one of them will kind of block it. They don't have a lock, but makes it so it's gonna be tough to get in. And they get some lamps, and one of them goes over and climbs up in the rafters and just unfurls this 10-foot tall bullseye that kind of straddles where the blade is. You ready? And they go over, and he's like, so it's. And he grabs they just grab some scrap metal, and he stands over, and one of the guys just hits a pedal, and everybody goes, woo, and he just tosses it in, and he does a terrible job, and the metal just shoots off just past his face and hits the wall, and they're like, you skunked it, and they'll go through and take turns, and they're basically tossing metal into the saw blade, trying to shoot it at the wall.
Oh my god.
With the bullseye?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
No, that's the worst thing I've
One of them, the first one, his hand almost gets caught. He tries to, drop it, almost, right on the blade. Yeah. OSHA.
Wow.
OSHA does not exist in Eberron.
Clearly.
Much less.
Yes.
Okay, let me try.
Okay. All right, I need a dexterity roll.
Okay.
Please none of that one.
It's gonna be a nat one. I'm so excited if it's gonna be a nat one.
Yes, your gun
No
hand is on.
hands.
My trigger finger.
What you said, Dex?
Yeah.
Just straight Dex, no proficiency.
Yeah, for the first, at least for the first ones.
Okay, we'll see what happens, guys. That is a 17.
A 17.
Okay.
You're in the, not the bullseye, but you're in that kind of that middle ring. It goes, red, white, and then blue.
America.
Oh, God. I should have done it another way. Should have been like blue, white, red. Yeah, you get it in the white, and just kind of like, just this big, just like chunk of twisted metal is just like stuck into the wall. You go over and like get like a hook and just kind of pull them down, and it'll go around for another round, and they're like, all right, and then they'll start betting with you.
Okay, yeah, let's fucking do it.
Okay.
We could do this at work.
Are you gonna join Balrek?
In game.
In game.
Hey, big guy, you gonna play?
Just gonna snort at him.
He doesn't like fun.
I'll say something in Minotaur at them.
Ugh, I'm sorry. They look just like I'm okay.
There's a reason why I'm the consort and he's not.
That's fair.
Well.
All right, give me one more dexterity roll.
Okay. Can I say I studied as I did it before because.
Give me an intelligence roll before your.
Okay. Intelligence.
Can I say she studied for that test? Not great.
I would also. Yeah. I want to sit in the back, and then if any of them look like they've been doing a particularly good job, when they go to throw, I want to cast Heat Metal on the.
Oh.
Intelligence was a 12.
Intelligence was a 12, so just without proficiency still. You weren't able to.
Without proficiency?
Yeah, you
Okay.
just just dexterity still.
Okay.
So you're gonna cast. So if they look like they're doing well, you're gonna cast Heat Metal. Okay.
So just Dex again?
Yep.
Okay.
Con save.
19.
Triple check. Make sure you
19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Con save.
What's your DC?
It is a 15.
So, first two are doing okay, and you get up and you get a solid one. You're like you break the edge of the bullseye, but you're not all the way in. The next guy goes and he just kind of comes and he just kind of flicks it like this, and you're like, this is gonna go, and you hear at the last second, ah! And he just kind of pulls his hand back, and you just see a spray of just like hot metal just land like all along there and just like
I thought it
chunks
was blood.
everywhere.
Oh,
Blood.
God.
I will immediately drop concentration once that happens, by the way.
Okay. He's able to get out of the way, but like a piece of like molten metal just so it goes right by his face, and there's like a and like one of them just goes over and hits like this big button, and the blade just kind of stops. You hear the motor just disengage, and like the blade just kind of dings back and forth as like there's just cooling metal that's like just jammed down inside.
Oh.
Just for the record, he takes 7 fire damage before the con save.
Yeah. Oh, before the con save. Nice. Okay.
He's dead.
Ah, he
He's
burned
just-
so bad I'm
He's
dead.
just, oh, what happened?
I'm gonna go and let me see.
And like his hand is just like the whole thing is a blister.
I'm gonna snap and just point.
Walk over.
Just drool on it. Blah.
It's the thing I want to do real bad. Because fuck these goblins.
And you cut off his head.
I don't think I have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay.
I'm not going to waste a spell slot on that.
As you're kind of standing over, another goblin comes over and completely in goblin, no comment whatsoever, just kind of like just you doing the.
Is he just like holding his hand out?
No, like he's basically like pushing.
No, the
Yeah.
injured one. I'm gonna like.
Oh,
Hey, goblin comes over and he pulls out some stuff and lays it on there, and he looks at him, and the guy's just like, yeah. And he casts something, and you see the hand heal, and the goblin pulls out a card and hands it to him. He goes over and he just like pulls out a knife and just kind of like cuts a little slip in it, and he's like, "Manabra," hands it back to him, and he just kind of like puts it back.
Did we just witness workers' comp? Just
and he's the other goblin just kind of goes and sits back down.
It's gone, but it's off the clock.
And they're just like, maybe enough of this for the night. We're gonna have to get somebody. You guys. And they're like, yeah. And two of the guys go down and like they lift up a panel and they start like prying hot metal off and start looking at what the damage is.
Okay.
And another one kind of rolls up the now partially destroyed bullseye.
Jeez.
And they all hand you a gold each.
Wait, so how many is that total?
3.
Yeah.
It's 100. There was so many goblins in there.
I was having so much fun. Is there nothing else we can do?
Maybe we just go back to drink.
Okay.
And maybe a good time for a break there.
All right.
Yes.
We break. We be back soon. We go pee and stuff.
Yes, quite.
Yes, quite.
Yes.
Ooh,
We
And
pee.
stuff.
And stuff.
pee and stuff.
Pee and
Where I
stuff.
get my pee and my
Gotcha.
stuff.
Oh my god. Alright. Goodbye.
Okay. So, I get back in my spot.
You know what? We got this music going. It's only fitting.
So as you head back after your little foray with goblin saw darts, they bring you back over, and they'll even give you a free drink
Hell yeah.
and chit chat with you and laugh about the guy getting burned and tell you about,
Is there someone around that looks like a foreman?
There's a 3-man.
when you get back in that area, yeah, there's probably some that look a little bit more.
I'm gonna go up to him and try and imitate what Aster's been doing to a degree and like bastardize common with Minotaur and just they broke saw.
Wait, what? Somebody broke a saw?
Big saw.
You two, let's go. And he heads off into the building. Before he goes, he walks by the stairs and he grabs what looks to be like a cudgel off of like a hook. It's like hanging on a string. There's a few more of them just kind of like hanging there. They're like large saps. And he just walks off towards the sawmill.
And I'll just meet back up with you.
Nice. I'm gonna ask if anybody can music. We should dance.
Okay. And they'll come out and one's got like a banjo. One will start blowing on on the jug. A couple of them have like banjos.
Spoons?
Yeah. There's 2 whistle sticks.
Yes, my people.
Yeah, and basically just try to make it as much as a like big hubbub party out here.
And basically all of the music is basically Scatman.
Hell yes!
God. Can I blow the conch shell?
I will dance with whoever wants, and then we can break back to you guys.
Some cool 90s beats start coming from downstairs.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Don't listen to grunge.
Some snow in there too.
What?
Nirvana.
Nirvana, that's grunge, yes.
So, you gonna play a song?
Absolutely. This one is inspired by a poor wounded blackbird that I saw. And on my trail around the woods. And it's a sweet, melancholic song about a bird pining to be on the wind again, and I'm trying to like lull them into a charm with my enthralling performance.
Okay.
I need a wisdom save from all 4, the 3 gnomes and the goblin.
Okay.
DC is
Um,
14.
the goblin and the gnome with the large belt just kind of start swaying. You see them just like very in tune with Theo's music as it goes about, and they just kind of lock in. The one with the flat cap just kind of, he looks there and he's definitely enjoying himself.
Now I want to make sure that you guys know anybody who failed does not know I attempt to charm them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, neither do I.
Yay!
Okay, so they are thoroughly charmed
Yes, for the next hour.
for the next hour.
Or until it takes any damage, you attack it, or it sees you attack or damage any of its allies.
Okay. Quite a song.
Isn't it just? It speaks of a yearning for freedom and an attempt back to former early times, which were better and sweeter.
The good old days.
Exactly.
It'd be nice to get out of here. Head back to the Reaches and...
You know what you should do? Just go. Just say screw it and grab your men and go. You know what you deserve. You deserve to be somewhere where you're happy.
You know...
And that's not here, Marat. It's not.
You're right. Maybe we could do a quick teardown. We just need the blades and the 2 mechs, and that would be enough. Toss those in the wagons. I hate this place so much.
You know what? We're hanging around anyway. You go, and when your brother gets back, I will let him know where you're headed, and he will, I'm sure, see to things and get them sent on. You deserve to be out of here. Remember, who's most important to you? You have to take care of yourself.
I'll write him a note before I go.
Great idea.
Normally I hate royalty. When you first came up, I was very, very close to just having you shot.
Wow.
But
Well, I'm certainly glad you didn't.
me too.
Then we couldn't have a moment like this. And this is... You can't fake this.
Give me a persuasion roll at advantage.
Pretty good. Persuasion is a 22.
Yeah, I'm gonna... And he goes and he pulls up some parchment and he just kind of scrawls something down and folds it up and... Good morning. I'm gonna pack up my stuff and... Hold on. I'll walk into the... Hey everyone! We're going back to the Reaches. Fuck this place. Blades, mechs, on the wagon. We're out at first light. And there's kind of just like this stunned silence. And then just like cheering in Goblin. Fuck this place! Yeah! Fuck Minotaurs too!
Wow.
And like one of them's gonna look over and just be like, he's like, I mean,
Which one said that?
there's just like kind of one off the side. He's like, not you, you're cool. And he just kind of like is gonna like,
I want to walk over to him,
okay.
kind of loom over him.
He's like he's you can tell that like his arm's messed up where it probably wasn't fully reset properly, and I don't want any trouble. I'm sorry. I had a run-in.
I'm gonna reach down and yank his arm quick.
Okay.
Healing word 1 or 2.
I'm sorry. And he just kind of like walks away, just completely stunned and not knowing really what to do.
As I probably would have just like stopped what I was doing and like waited just to see what happened.
Everybody
Someone's
there's
unhinged.
probably you probably hear the cheering and then there's a pause, a yell, and then another round of cheering.
Okay, when he's distracted doing that, I want to whisper to these two, silence and kill him, but I whisper it as quietly as I can to just them.
Okay.
You're kind of standing up in the front.
I would be sitting like in front of his desk wherever we were, and I want you to do it when he's back, doors closed.
Yeah, I'm waiting until he comes in, the door's closed, and I will immediately cast silence on the entire room.
Before that takes, like, just real quick, poison?
We don't have any poison.
The gnomes.
Idiot Fayola doesn't know that. Nobody told him.
You were there.
Are you mouthing poison? Like, are you guys all just kind of like mouthing to each other?
Didn't the gnome literally
Yeah,
say they
that
have
was-
something to take care of it, like
You
in the
were like,
conversation
we
at
wanna
camp?
poison him.
I think they showed the poison to.
It only showed it
the
to
gnome
you.
said they
Yeah.
were going to take care
You
of
suggested
it.
poison, and he said he was going to take care of it.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
No.
I figured as much, and he just. Kind of, he unscrews something, and he just kind of pours it in there, and just kind of walks back, and just like, shh. And he just nudges the guy next to him, like, what are you? And the other guy's just kind of like looking at you, just kind of a little bit awestruck, and just kind of like, what? And he just sits back down, and the guy comes back in, and he's like, where? Thanks, Your Majesty.
It is my
You know what?
pleasure.
Why don't we toast?
We should. To you.
To me.
It's you.
Yeah.
Takes a big old drink.
I'm only gonna sip and just kind of like happily stare, looking very happy and enthused.
Joshua's just gonna like lick the edge of his glass, his empty glass. like real gross.
Marat's gonna just kind of, he's gonna look at you and smile.
Oh.
And he just kind of goes and he sits down. Well, I'm gonna get some paperwork together. And he unlocks a drawer. And you hear keys clatter to the ground. And he just sits there, just unmoving. The gnome gets up. Well, I would advise being out of here fairly soon. I don't know how well they'll take to him being dead, but
Well,
It's okay. And I start peeling clothes off of the dead guy.
we have our own plan. Now, our agreement was, when everyone is gone, we will return it to you.
yeah. And he's
So I expect you to hold up your end of the bargain and say nothing.
of course, and he's gonna offer his hand out to shake.
I'll shake it again.
I stuff more
Is he trying to do
Morat's
something to
body.
me?
Possibly. Are you watching the whole thing?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's quick. It's very, very quick. But he drops something in. He shakes and he drops like a stone about this big into Fela's pocket. And I'm sure that you're a man of your word, and you'll make sure that you reach out to me. And he hands you a scroll. Give me a ring.
Is it a scroll of sending?
Yeah.
You got it.
Is he getting up to leave or anything?
Yeah. He's gonna stand up.
Sit
He's like,
down.
No. What?
What'd you put in there?
Put in where?
In his drink. What did you put in it?
No, it was in his pocket. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a stone in your pocket. Here, take it back.
You are skilled. As you can see, my fellow friends are.
Protecting my investments. I would have lifted it back off him when I was done.
Sure.
Well, if that's everything, please don't stiff me, because even the menacing glares not gonna do a whole lot to help you out.
I can respect that.
Okay. And he walks over to the other guy and just slaps him in the face. Get up, let's go. He's just kind of like, oh. That music was fantastic.
Wasn't it? Thank you.
And he's just, you all, you have a nice day, and it was a pleasure working with you, and Valago appreciates your help in this matter.
Good evening,
Good evening.
Drandal.
And he just kind of heads on out the stairs. The other guy just kind of heads down, kind of sheepishly heads down, like obviously just like, why the fuck did I just get slapped? And they make their way down. You see the two gnomes walk out.
Catch any sign of the third one at all?
No.
Whatever happened to that foreman? Or the one that kept eyeing us and wasn't drinking much?
Yeah.
He still appears to be there.
Okay.
And as they come down, he kind of tips his hat towards you. Oh, you were gonna do something?
Did he cheer when they said what they were leaving?
That guy, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of out of the crowd, hat kind of comes off, long kind of green hair comes out, the mustache. Well, it's good seeing you guys. I'm gonna head out with the rest of them, and he just kind of watch out for that one. He's kind of a mean one, but you guys should be good now. And he goes and just kind of hops on the wagon, and another gnome just kind of like rolls out from underneath the back, and just kind of like they go and hop on the front, and the two hop on the back, big log on it. Let's get out. They just kind of drive on out of the camp.
Wow. Just like that.
Huh.
So you three are upstairs with a corpse.
I'm stuffing a body in a bag. I've removed the clothing.
I want to take his weapons off before you
Okay.
tuck those.
She
Okay.
should carry them.
Yeah.
For now. That
For
knife
now.
is mine when we're done.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Okay. Pop
Well-
everything back on.
Could you not take the hatchet and she have the knife?
I'm good either way, honestly.
We'll figure it out. Either
Yeah.
way, that's
Yeah.
that's some rare shit right there.
Right now I
Cool.
need to hold, but yes, of course. And
Okay.
I'm just
So
stuffing
you-
the body in. I'm changed. I put his
The,
clothes
your,
on.
your bag is getting pretty full at this point between body and various other accoutrements.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a body.
Yeah.
It's a small body.
It is a small body, but still a body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, body.
And I'm going to grab the keys, and I'll put the keys on my new little loop, and I'm gonna open up that drawer that he was messing with.
It's a bunch of like standing file folders.
Are they in Goblin?
Most of it, yeah.
I would like to collect the paperwork we made.
Okay, so you're gonna.
I'm gonna roll up that whole thing and keep it with me
Okay.
because that's some handiwork that could be useful in the future. So
Yeah. Okay. So you've got your legal papers. You've got, and are you taking any of the stuff from the drawer?
Yeah, I'll take, any objects. I'll take objects, and, whichever file looks like it's been messed with the most. And whichever file looks like it's been messed with the least.
Okay, so you get kind of a big fat one and a really skinny one. The fat one's towards the back, and then the other one's probably only about 4 sheets of paper.
Okay.
The ones in the back, you're guessing, with the layout, you're assuming there's numbers on this side, and then it's words on the other one, but
No.
you're not much of a goblinese.
I'd kind of like to check the place in general because obviously he said he's a hunter and
Yeah.
he has a lot of gaudy shit, but I'm assuming also maybe his hunting stuff is in here or just, I don't know, valuable things
Yeah.
from hunts.
Okay.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Okay. That's 12.
12? Okay. You find in some of the cases, some horns, some what look to be like some old, like there's like a broken cup in one, maybe like part of a medallion. And then the last one, it's a bunch of splinters of something, probably about yay big. There's about 15 of them. Most of them are charred, but there are a few spots where like a light bluish color comes through, and they're just kind of all laid out in this one
Case?
spot. Huh?
Display case?
Yeah.
This looks like sticks.
It looks like a piece of wood that had been basically like broken or splintered.
So these are all just kind of like trophies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that bottle of dwarven scotch.
Okay.
How much is in it?
About a third of a bottle left.
Was there any other bottles in there?
Yeah, there's a few other bottles of booze.
I'm just gonna put in my bag a couple bottles.
Okay. You've got 4 bottles of booze.
All the Scottish, dwarvish scotch.
You'd probably have to do a little bit of investigating to figure out what you're going to grab. I assume are you just grabbing bottles?
I mean, they're taking time, so I'm just like, ooh, that looks nice, that looks nice. I kind of want the finer ones. If you want to
Okay.
check for that, I'm happy to do.
Yeah, give me another investigation roll.
19.
Sorry.
You've got 2 elven mulled wines, the dwarven scotch, and it's called. You can't. It's written in common, but it's infernal tongue, and it's just like this big gaudily drawn tongue, and it's this very just dark. The bottle's almost warm, but it looks like a nice bottle.
Okay.
Not something that you recognize.
All right, I'll take those and let them keep doing their thing.
I'll try to pocket a few of the not. I don't want any rhino horns or anything.
Okay.
I'll take some like smaller horns or claws or teeth
Okay.
for my bag.
You take
I'm
the
gonna
entire elk.
take the splinters.
Okay.
I'm curious.
How are you planning on opening the cases? They are locked.
Ah, shit. He
I
seems
can-
pretty rich.
I can.
I imagine they're either alarmed or trapped.
I'll take the keys.
You do have the keys. Would you mind?
Yeah.
Perhaps investigate it first, see if it's trapped.
Okay. I will investigate it first and see if
Okay.
it's trapped. 16.
There's the one with the splinters in it. There's a little insignia kind of at the top of the lock, and you're able to find a similar key. My guess is you'll probably be fine.
Okay. I will unlock it.
You're okay.
And then we all die.
And it just kind of popped open, and there's just a bunch of wooden splinters. The longest ones, are decent length. They're a few inches in length.
I just want to pick one up real quick.
It's warm, and you can when you open it up, there's that smell of freshly charred wood.
Yeah, I'm gonna take.
Okay.
Does he have any knickknacks or
Paddywhacks.
things that look like they would be fun?
Yeah, he's got a little box that has a bunch of different color crystals in it that looks like they can move around.
I'll take that.
Okay. So you've got your knickknacks. The gnomes leave, and you have not seen the other 3 come down yet. Hanging out.
What's Mr. Lean doing?
He's gonna break off after about 2 minutes and head over towards the sawmill, and then probably about 2 minutes later, you're gonna see a couple goblins get pushed out, and the one that looked like a foreman comes out with the cudgel, and then Mr. Lean comes out after him with and there's he has something in his hand. It looks like a long cord of some sort, just kind of, but it's tough to tell in the shadows. But there's this long stretching cord coming off his hand, and you hear them yelling in Goblin at the at 2 of them, and he points inside and keeps yelling and then just points back at him and is just obviously very upset. And a few of the other goblins look, and it's one of they'll look and then they'll see what's going on, and they'll avert their eyes and turn their back, they're just we're not gonna get involved.
We're gonna pretend to be oblivious and keep joyously dancing or whatever the fuck it is we're doing right
Okay,
now.
yeah, they just got more music going, just kind of banging on drums and just having a grand old time. They're gonna try to feed you drinks.
I would probably allow like 2.
Okay.
I have a personal limit.
Nothing to let yourself get too drunk then.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So after you're done kind of clearing up the room, what is it, the 3 of you, that you're planning on doing?
This is
Well, he's already made the announcement,
Yep.
so he could be left up here and we leave. You sneak back in the morning
Sure.
and come out as is. Does that
Okay.
make sense, or?
it might be tricky sneaking back in, and if anybody comes to check in the meantime,
True.
We can, is his bed in here? Does he sleep in here?
There's there's a small door towards the back that you're guessing is probably like a small bedroom.
Can we verify that? Can I just
Yeah.
peek in?
Yeah, it's a very small kind of. The office is most of it, but there is an elephant head just like across from his bed.
He has awful taste. Kind of glad he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we just leave his body in the bed with like a lot of alcohol and make it look like he drank himself to death?
Well, if anybody investigates, they might find traces of poison.
Okay.
I guess I could clean the glasses,
Or
and you
if-
would never
we
know.
just get rid of those glasses.
Yeah, we can get rid of the glasses, and when you two and your Joshua leave, I'll just make a big fuss over saying goodbye to you. So they will all see
And how will you sneak out?
I have my ways.
Well, I trust you on that. Okay, then,
If you
let's...
If you can pull it off and not stub your toe again.
Yeah. I won't look like
get it
anyone.
done.
I believe in you.
Okay.
Inspiration.
Thanks.
Okay. So you're going to put his body into bed?
Yes.
Are you putting his clothes back on?
Yes.
Okay.
Does he have other clothing somewhere?
Well, you can put his clothes back on after you're done impersonating him.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Actually,
You
let's
wear him for now, and then you put him on before you sneak out.
I'm going through his stuff, and I'm just gonna like put like the pajama bottoms on and like one arm of the pajama.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of like drape. Like he was starting to get ready, and then like on his back, so maybe he like threw up and drowned in his own puke.
Okay. Great
Cool.
Zooks.
Yeah.
Gross. Can I use my disguise kit to make it look like he suffocated, like bluing around the lips?
Give me a roll.
What?
Faking a crime scene.
Right?
What am I rolling for?
Deception.
Deception? Oh, good.
Can I help by making fake puke and pouring it in his mouth?
I think between everything you're doing, it's gonna be tough to help out at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, then I won't take that other roll. Deception. 26.
Okay. He looks really dead. Like it looks like he's all blue around the eyes, where suffocated. He looks rough.
All right.
All right, put the bottles around him. I'm gonna take a little bit of what's left in the glasses and just spritz it on him so he smells like alcohol. Pour a little on the sheets around him, whereas he'd be holding it. Trying to stage a scene.
Okay.
All right.
I only ended up with the splinters, right? Because we didn't go around open. You only opened the one case.
I can open more if you want.
She
No,
probably could have
I'm not worried
opened
about it.
several.
Yeah.
No, it's too much time.
Okay.
I didn't think about.
We'll worry about that when
Check
they're
this
gone.
one. Unlock it. Check this one. So I just okay.
All right, so he's set up.
Okay.
You're half dressed, ready to wish us goodbye. Make a big to-do about it. You look... Well, you're doing just fine. Keep doing that. We will head out. I will... Right before we open the door, I'm going to silent image a version of Jessela.
What are you gonna do about the weapon?
Yeah, I thought about it.
I can't really make any versions of them.
No, I know. We pretty much have to leave them if we're doing this plan.
Unless you quickly think of anything else that works, but I think this is the only one.
Adamantine's like green, right?
It's like a dark. I imagine it like a very like dark gunmetal.
Dark gunmetal. Yeah. The only thing I can think of is dipping one of my knives in paint, but other than that.
Would any of the tones in my disguise kit help me make that happen?
I'd say at disadvantage. I'd let you give it a shot.
Well, does anyone have are there any hatchets around? Like other versions?
I mean, there is definitely other like equipment like around. You saw it like kind of hanging up like they.
How long would it take me to try?
To like, about 5 minutes.
Do I think we have 5 minutes to spare?
You've probably been up here almost half an hour since they left.
We're hanging out drinking. I don't think that.
Yeah, everybody's celebrating. I think we're okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna risk it at disadvantage.
Okay.
In worst case, I think it doesn't look great. We'll just scrap the idea.
And
Okay.
I still look like him, so if anyone walked in, it would
Yeah.
be
Um. What was the check? I'm sorry.
You can be deception.
Deception.
You haven't
17 plus. I think in this case I'm just gonna stick with 17. I'm not
Okay.
gonna use it.
You gotta
Mort.
get a nice dark gray on.
Well, I think these might do. Just put these around him. We keep the good ones.
He wouldn't have them on him, probably. He didn't have them on him when we came in, right?
No, he had picked them up. Like the knife was on his belt, but it was like looked like it was right. But the axe had been like set beside the desk.
Okay. Knock it over under the desk a little bit, and
Good idea.
the knife. Just put it in his belt, I guess.
And honestly, if they're leaving in early morning, they're not going to have a whole lot of time to turn this place over.
Well, I mean, they'll mostly probably be concerned with their boss being dead, but
Yeah.
Well, they were celebrating. He drank too much. Oh no, what a tragedy. They don't care. They just want to go, clearly.
sure.
If I were them, I'd just want to leave.
The foreman he's heading by you, and he's heading up towards the office at this point.
Yeah, are we doing anything else?
No, I think that's it. We should go.
Yeah.
All right.
When we can, we're gonna start.
Okay.
Goodbye.
When he goes to walk by, I'm gonna like put my hand on his shoulder.
Okay. Kind of looks at you.
What happened?
And he just he looks down, and you realize it was a whip at his side. We took care of him. Thanks for the help.
Yes. Yes.
Reaches in and puts 2 silver in your hand.
What an utter disgrace.
You like knickknacks? Cool treasure? He reaches into a pouch and he's like, I got this on one of my first bouts up here.
Fuck my world up, aren't you?
And he hands you it looks to be it's made out of the blue wood. It's like a half carved, maybe the head of a wolf. It's tough to say what it is. It's just got the beginnings of a head kind of carved out of this circular disc.
Hey, do the carving patterns look familiar at all?
Oh no.
Give me an intelligence perception at disadvantage. There's not a whole lot carved out of this. It's just the head, and it's still pretty crude.
Perception, you said?
Yep.
That's a 16.
At the 16, might be. You would have to confirm. You would have to really examine it.
Put it in my pouch. I come with. Boss, give more.
All right, and he'll start hanging up. You'll see Balrek following the foreman up the stairs.
All right.
not gonna do anything different.
Okay, you're just kind of
Doing a samba.
the need more shake.
It's just that one scene from Beetlejuice.
Oh, yes.
Night at the Logsbury.
Yeah. So you're just finishing up, and you're heading out, and you can hear two sets of footprints. You can hear two sets of feet at the bottom, like right below this platform, and it's definitely like
stairs.
definitely like the distinctive clop of somebody much larger.
I definitely like to exaggerate my footsteps a little bit. Too,
Okay.
just to make sure.
Close the bedroom
Somebody's on the way
door,
up.
grab just a bottle of wine, kind of spill it on myself. 'Cause I am him now.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I'm gonna be really loud and like making sure people are hearing. Oh, Marat, this has been quite the evening, but unfortunately I have to go.
what?
I'm gonna silent image before the door opens. Silent image Jeshua,
Okay.
who just looks grumpy and condescending.
And you, like, just after that, you hear... And you hear somebody yell something in Goblin.
Oh, Maul, would you get that?
I open the door.
Nom nom, jittabadaba. Golly.
No business now. We're celebrating. You can wait until tomorrow.
And he just kind of looks at him with, like... Well, I don't think you're going to get much out of him right now, bud. And he just kind of...
I'm gonna like.
Sir, you okay?
I'm gonna kind of like start heading
see
towards the
the door
doorway.
in.
No, he's just like, I'm not going to waste my time. He just kind of waves to the guy down there. He's like... And you see another goblin down there just kind of like shrug, like, what do you expect?
Oh,
And
Marat,
he just kind of like, he heads back down and he's just like... And just kind of waits towards at the bottom of the stairs and...
My friend, I can't wait until the next time we can drink together. This has been stupendous, but
Oh my gosh.
we'll be going.
He's gone, and I'm just gonna leave.
I still make a big to-do,
Okay.
even though he's gone, because the show must go on. I make the silent image follow, looking, giving side eyes and stuff, and we're gonna start heading down, and I'll like snap to try and gather everybody, signal.
Okay.
Marat is gonna walk to the edge of the balcony and just farewell, like just fuck.
The very drunk goblin up top. Exceptional, just...
With
You have,
advantage.
you have actor, don't you?
I do.
So yeah, you have advantage on this anyway.
17.
I would just in case use one of those, honestly.
Yeah, you're right. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 30.
Isn't it deception also? It's the lowest you can roll is a 19.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
she
I
rolled well.
I rolled a 30.
I'm just
you rolled
making.
a 17.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
We're just
Yeah.
making sure this shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody just kind of looks up. Oh. Well, I guess he's gonna be drunk. We're not gonna have to get up so early. Just want to stay and drink some more.
You know what? I guarantee he's gonna be so hungover in the morning. He drinks so much. Best thing to do is get everything ready and be ready to go, and you'll have the most peaceful journey.
He's still up on the balcony, two drinks, empties one, smashes it, gets the other one, and just kind of wobbles back.
Have you ever seen
inside
a
and
hangover
slams
from
the door.
hell? This is best to be avoided.
Yeah, no, I remember the last time he had a hangover. It was bad for everybody. Yeah. Well.
Ooh, shit. No, it's too late. I wanted to grab one last thing when we were in the room.
Well, you have a good night.
That the message
Oh,
comes
yeah.
through.
Okay. So you're staying?
Yeah.
Okay. So the rest of you head on out of camp.
I would like curtsy to the goblins I've been dancing with and, say...
One of them's gonna
So
like
much
take
fun.
your hand and do it like the very like polite kiss your hand and just like, it was a pleasure.
Wait. And I'll just go join up after.
Okay.
I was honestly surprised more weren't French.
I just have to keep it going all the time in different tones.
I completely understand.
So you all head out of camp. You are alone with a corpse in an office.
I'd like to say this is the first time.
I'm gonna take the clothes off, make it look like he drunkenly just removed them.
Like a trail leading from the...
Yeah,
Okay.
and like dribble some booze leading up to it. Oh boy. And then I'm gonna make sure all the doors are locked and the blinds are closed, and I'm going to turn into a different goblin that I saw in the camp, just random whatever.
Okay.
And then I'm going to crawl underneath the bed and hide for a few hours.
Okay. Okay.
I'm basically waiting for 3 a.m. so I could sneak out of there.
Okay.
Are we just going back to where we were?
I think we should. But I would like to ask maybe more that you stay behind.
I was going to suggest that.
I will be no good here.
Right.
So it's
I
best
will
I
wait.
go.
I also would have said it was going to take a while.
That's.
Okay.
I'm patient.
Monk's patient defense.
So you're gonna hang out with like midway between, basically, or like just outside of camp.
A little further down, but still like not very far.
Okay. So the three of you get back to camp. It is well into the evening.
How'd it go?
Well, and I'm going to fill her in on the evening. I charmed him into convincing everyone to leave camp early. Mm-hmm. We then poisoned him with the help of the gnomes.
Okay.
We have staged his body so that in the morning they think he'll have drunk himself to death. And Nadia is hiding out and will meet us as soon as she can when it's clear.
So you're just leaving the body there?
Well, best to think he died of natural causes, as natural as drinking yourself to death in celebration is.
Okay. Do you think they'll leave even if he's dead?
I think they want to leave. And I think we've made it look convincingly enough that there's no foul play. So what are they going to do? There's no investigation to be had.
Okay.
They have no leadership. It's now time to go. One of them, the foreman, probably will step up, and it seemed like he really wanted to get out. And so they will. If they don't, well, we cross that bridge.
Okay.
Are the three of you going to bed, or any of you going to pull watch here by the camp?
We'll take watch.
I'll take watch as well.
Okay.
I'm
But it's going to be like it's going to be like into the second watch when Nadia comes out, because it's probably later than that. Probably it's only going to be about one watch till Nadia gets here, because it's probably almost midnight now.
I'm going to make a big show about trying to sleep and pretend that I'm not nervous. But I am not getting a wink of sleep until Nadia's back.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my pants on
Oh yeah, those.
and give you back your shawl.
Thank you, Aster.
Didn't
Thank
notice
you.
he's not sleeping.
Do you want me to make a deception check?
If you're going to like actually try to hide it, then yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to hide it.
Okay.
22.
I don't think it was actively insight. That
Okay.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it looks like he's asleep. All right. So you're just kind of hanging out in the woods. It's eerily quiet. 3 a.m. What you're guessing is about 3 a.m. comes around, Nadia.
Yeah.
The noises in the camp have died down. You've definitely noticed that, things have kind of died down in the camp. There's not as much sound coming out. And kind of slide out.
I'm just gonna look first. I'll
Okay.
look, make sure no one's there.
Nope, you don't see anybody.
Okay, so I will. I'll sneak out then.
All right, so give me a stealth roll as you leave the office.
You still haven't done
Yeah, I
inspiration.
do. That's what I've been saving it for. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 17 plus
23.
23.
23. Okay.
A lot of numbers.
You just start making your way out. As far as when you leave, are you leaving it unlocked?
No. No, it's going to be locked from the inside.
Then you're going to need to make a sleight of hand as you're leaving to see if you can lock the door with your thieves' tools.
17, 18, 19, 20,
Yeah,
21.
easily, yeah. You have no trouble with it. It's not
She
a
good.
terribly difficult lock, and you make your way out of camp.
Cool.
And about 3:15, you see. Actually, no, you probably wouldn't see them. You just kind of hanging about. You see Maul. Are you staying visible?
No, I was gonna hide out to the side.
Okay. So give me a stealth roll.
I rolled a 19 earlier.
A 19. Okay.
Not seeing.
No. Okay. Yeah.
I'm
It is-
actively looking. For
You're actively looking. Give me a perception roll.
I like to think you two just walk right by each other, nod, and have no idea.
I amend what I said earlier. I don't put my pants back on.
Okay.
Do you still keep the shawl then?
We still
30,
have
20?
Yeah, we have to keep
Huh?
the
Dirty
charade.
20.
Sure.
I think I rolled a 23.
You are you when you get out on the road? Are you kind of like moving out of the shadows, or are you
Well-
just kind of like are you sneaking out of the camp and then just walking down the road?
Yeah, as soon as
Okay,
I'm
so
out of
yeah.
sight of the camp.
Okay, so yeah, you'd probably she might get past you because in the way I think you described it, you weren't quite at that bend. Like you would notice her like come out of the woods like just a little bit past you.
Okay.
So she was able to get a little bit past you.
Are you a goblin?
Yeah.
I follow her.
Oh no.
Okay.
And you're dead.
You're just gonna. Well, did you say you were gonna wait?
I said to them I was gonna wait.
Okay.
I am a goblin holding Nadia's purse and rummaging through it as I walk in the direction of the camp and pulling out my own clothes.
Probably looks worse.
Yeah, you see this goblin start pulling out
Yeah,
like,
that's
pulling out clothes.
worse for me.
Yeah.
You get out of the sight of the camp. You're out of the sight of the camp now. Are you just gonna become?
I'd probably be a goblin until I'm close to our camp.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit her.
Oh my god.
Give me another stealth roll as you're approaching.
Oh, fuck.
And give me another perception roll.
Okay. Oh, dice. Yeah, this is good. 7. Dirty 20.
24.
24. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Give me a swing.
Thing is though, because Nadia's bad, he knows where Nadia is, so I'm not going to go for just stabbing him in the face.
Yeah. Just gonna like go for like the back, like a butt stroke to the
Yeah.
back of the head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I roll disadvantage if I'm focusing something?
No.
Or okay.
Rolled an auto crit, and Nadia's
Oh,
dead,
I
and this
missed
game is
actually.
awful and over.
Miss,
13.
that hits.
Like just barely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I still roll like full spear damage or?
No, you just basically roll like your martial
Unarmed?
arts. Yeah.
Damn.
It's not much
Still
better.
Alright, we'll heal you up if you survive this.
I rolled low damage. It's only a 6.
Just
Hey,
whack.
alright.
You catch like a whack right into your back and
Ow, motherfucker! Who does that? Who does? Oh. Yeah, sorry.
Motherfucker.
Sorry, and I'll drop it.
Do we hear
All
that?
right.
Whoever's on watch does.
you would probably
was that?
hear like
6.
yelling in the distance. Like it would probably go from like the low goblin voice of the yelp, and then like you would hear like the pitch change.
No, it's all Nadia.
Oh, it's all Nadia.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you hear Nadia yell.
That's it. I just hear Nadia yell.
It's mostly
Yeah.
the bag.
Well, Maul probably yells a little bit too.
Right
So you
through the
you
bag.
probably hear
Yeah,
Nadia and Maul
I
like
didn't think you were going to be
indistinct
here.
exactly what they're
Sorry.
saying, but there
Wasn't
appears
just
to be
gonna
an
let you
argument
stand
going
there
on.
Completely solo.
Thank you. You got a good whack. Gee.
I've
I
been
know,
told
it's
this.
good. It's good. Keep working on that.
She said good whack.
I'm like covering. Can you just
Ted
Can you just turn?
I do.
Can you just turn around? Can you just turn around?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. This is like I was in the middle of the dress.
They're coming back. And they're arguing for some reason.
I'm gonna sit right up.
Okay.
Sorry, you just woke me. They're back, you say?
You've never woken up that quick.
I'm a light sleeper, actually.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not, but I was this time. What do you want? I'm not even, at this point, making a show. of
You
it.
see Maul and Nadia come through the trees. Nadia's probably like doing one of these, like stretching her back.
Are you okay, Nadia?
Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's good. It's
How'd it go?
flawlessly.
I had every confidence it would. I slept so soundly.
Yeah, interesting. You're awake right now, though.
Well, you were being loud.
Who was on
and-
watch?
I was.
Actually, I was also on watch.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, you know, I'm a late. I go to bed really late.
I
yeah.
have second watch, so I'm gonna go back to sleep. Good night.
Okay, good night. Thank you.
All right, so do we go back in the morning and see if they're on their way out?
Yeah. I guess we go back a little later in the day, too. Not
We
super
should go
early.
back and pretend we're surveying the land. Okay, good night.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay.
And if they're freaking out and not leaving because he's dead, do we just arouse them to leave and show them it's the right thing to do? Is that
And we show them the legal papers we have. They have no choice. Good night.
perfect?
All right.
Well, I feel great about this decision. Off to bed.
Do we have a third watch?
Not currently.
All right. I need some sleep first, and then I'll do third.
Okay.
Hey, Mom.
No.
Wanna study that carving while I'm on watch?
Okay.
Before I left, I took the last piece of
You took
evidence.
the stone?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a large stone with some runes carved into it.
It's in the bag.
Okay.
What's in the bag?
If you want to give me an investigation roll at advantage, Balrek, while you're on watch,
This has been a
because
stressful
you have both
evening.
of them. I'm assuming you're using the other one as a comparison.
16.
You think so, but you still aren't positive, but you've got a pretty strong feeling that it is. You gonna wake after for her watch?
No, I think I'll just keep going.
Okay. What about Maul? No? Okay.
I would have gone to sleep as Joshua.
Where do I go in Dreamland if he's not gonna wake me up?
You dream... Just have normal Aster dreams.
God fucking damn it! Okay.
No demon library tonight.
And the,
You didn't finish your vegetables.
well, you get woken up by like that slight change from morning where you can definitely tell that the light's coming through and there's that like, wait a minute, I should already be awake right now. Like, it's morning.
I get up fast.
Okay.
Like,
Balrek's just, I'm assuming just sitting there?
Still looking around.
hey, Ball.
Hey.
What happened to, changing watch?
Seems like everyone needed some sleep.
Not at the expense of yours.
I'll be fine.
All right. Just gonna whack a tree really hard.
You all wake up to the sound of metal and wood slamming into a large tree.
I don't want to do
Jesus
study today.
Christ. Wait, he doesn't exist in Eberron. God, I need to find a new one.
Dolora. You
Dolora.
Dolora!
For Judas.
Judith.
No.
Morning.
What the hell was that? Morning? Oh.
Well, that's quite the way to wake up.
You're welcome.
Okay.
That's a sex number.
So you're up and awake. Balrek looks like he's been just sitting there the whole night.
Wait, I didn't get... I was supposed to do second watch.
I was supposed to do third.
Balrek, why didn't you wake me up?
Wanted everyone to have some sleep.
You gotta wake me up before you go.
That's not your call to make. We're supposed to have watch. Would have gotten sleep just fine. Now you're gonna be tired all day. What's that even worth?
Maybe you can sleep on the rug on the way.
Is that possible?
Well, yes, it's... I steer, so... I'll be honest, I don't really want to give up this rug.
Yeah. Gnomes around. Just gonna do a quick.
Well, that was the deal you made, and you have to keep your
Well,
word.
it's not great.
Here's the thing.
12.
You don't see any gnomes.
I don't know how we handle a fight with those gnomes.
I said I don't want to give it up, not that I'm not going to.
Alright.
This could maybe start a beautiful friendship where we could ask to take one out in the future.
Sounds like they don't really allow that.
Well, they might because of this.
It sounded more, we can't just take one that has a code right in the stitching. If we
Well-
got one of our own, it'd be fine, but that's how he knew.
At this point, the odds of us having this carpet anywhere else and being seen by the gnomes means that they would eventually track it down.
Yes, if a gnome sees it, they may know.
I just want it known that I'm doing this for you, Balrek. Giving this up for you. Doing all of this to get rid of these goblins.
You don't have to guilt trip him.
It's not a guilt trip. It's really not.
It absolutely
In my awful
is.
way of saying it, because I didn't get a lot of sleep and I was horribly woken up. It's my awful way of saying that
You love him.
in so many words, I care about you.
Oh, that's cute.
We all care about you, Bob.
And
Seconded.
I'm trying to learn to put others before myself, and that's what this is. And it's really going to suck to walk.
Do you want me to carry you?
You are quite strong.
Are you going to walk
She
like
says
the
that she's
peasants,
actually
Lena?
not.
I make sacrifices so my kingdom does not have to.
I can give you a piggyback.
I may take you up on that offer.
See what happens.
He needs to learn how to walk someday.
Not when I'm around.
His son is getting older. Anyway,
We don't have a son together.
that was a big old joke.
Oh.
Well told.
Ha.
Are we going back?
I guess we have to, yeah.
We should wait.
See the goblins off? Be
to
like,
arrive.
"Huzzah."
Most likely they would leave, what?
Now.
An hour after sunrise?
No,
They'd have to gather?
They leave at daybreak. That's what he said.
yeah.
Oh, he did. That's true. I'm sorry. I was busy being in character, not caring.
They're going to,
Strong.
they were going to leave at daybreak, and he was going to meet them, and they might wait around for a bit until he comes out, and when he doesn't, then they're going
Right.
to have to break that door. And how long do you think before they feel brave enough to do that?
You're betting on a lot of uncertainties here.
You're right.
I say we wait to arrive until, what? Half hour after daybreak?
Sure. We show up.
Pretend we're surveying the land and shit.
If he hasn't gotten out of bed yet and no one's discovered him, then we go, oh, why not? Let's open this door. Oh, it's locked? Huh? And then we break it down, and then we see all of his stuff, and he's dead. It's like, oh, no! Well, this contract is legally binding.
You're not going to do it like that, are you?
No.
Well, no, not at all. But that's what we call storyboarding.
Like in the movies.
Yes, like in the moving pictures.
Okay, so you get over towards the camp, and there are 4 large wagons that look to be packed up. There's 3 giant saw blades like in the back of a wagon in like one of those kind of like A-frame type setups. The wagon's riding a little bit low. couple goblins are rolling out 2 barrels. One's like, slow down. Carefully putting them up on the wagon. Start loading up a couple other boxes. And you can see one up top just kind of like very gently knocking on the glass of the window. Just like... None of you can hear, other than Maul, who can just very faintly hear that. Like, he's knocking quiet. Like, real quiet. It just, like, slowly gets a little bit louder, and, like, he'll look down and just be like, louder. You'll hear, like, a rapping. And you'll see him come down as you get into the camp. He's not coming out. It's like, well, I guess somebody's going to have to go in. Anybody have a key?
When they're talking and we're kind of walking in, gonna make an entrance, get the attention in this direction. How marvelous! How much progress you've all made!
Yeah, well, you can get out of this shithole.
I'm so happy for you. You look like this is exactly what you want. I can see it on you.
My hand's on his arm.
Hey,
Where's Murad? What's holding this show up?
you guys... He drank a lot, apparently.
He knows how to party, let me tell you. I have had some extreme parties in my time, and that takes the cake.
I have never seen somebody pack away as much liquor as that man.
He's been quite the drinker since we got out here.
Well, you know what? We'll go check. I don't want him to yell at you. I don't want this journey to get off on the wrong foot. Let me do this favor for you.
Not my ass. He goes back to what he's doing, like lashing some stuff down.
All right, I'm going to start heading up the stairs and kind of like gently calling out, "Oh, Murad, where are you?" Making a show of it,
Okay.
as usual.
There's one thing at the stairs is like, when he's this hungover, I'd be careful. He's kind of an ornery son of a bitch.
Does he get his hungover a lot?
About twice a month.
Can you come with us in case he speaks Goblin?
Oh, that is a great idea. Well done, Joshua.
You can hide behind me.
Yeah, sure.
Look, if anything goes to happen, I have these wonderful guards.
Okay. Let's go.
Do you have a key to get in? Does anyone?
Just pulls out a keys.
Is this the foreman?
He's one of the guards. One of the guards that you recognize from down there. It looks like the same couple of goblins all hang out around there. He's like, oh man, I'm gonna get in so much trouble again. And he just unlocks the door. Like, well, sir.
Oh, Murad.
Oof, it smells in here.
Oh, what is that smell?
Oh, that dwarven scotch again.
Well, there's something else.
It kind of smells like shit.
It does, doesn't it? Well,
All right, come on. And he pulls out
we better check on him.
a stick and he just kind of lights it up. And just kind of starts to glow. And
Oh, I don't see him in here. I'm gonna walk up towards the door, kind of with him, like kind of ushering him along. Oh.
Oh.
oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Are we
oh
all
shit.
holding
Oh
sign?
shit. Yeah, probably all of you are who followed him up are probably into this place. Just, oh, and he goes over to like, sir, and just kind of like, sir. Shit. He's dead.
I can't believe this.
Make a disgusted face, turn away, and just...
Man.
He was good when we left.
I mean, everyone saw him just laughing.
Oh, he must have drew. Oh, crap. Okay. I got this. Hold on. Oh, man. All right, I'll be right back.
Where are you? What are you doing? Where are you
I
going?
gotta go get the docks.
Oh, don't leave us here.
Yeah, you guys should probably get out of here. Come on.
Okay.
Yes, of course. This is
Kinda, like,
this is important.
pushes you out, and he's like, Doc, we got a problem.
I'm gonna stand at the top of the stairs, looking like, oh.
One of the
Just like the
goblin from the crotchety old goblin from last night is gonna run isn't really the right word. Like weirdly hobble his way up, just kind of like old and crotchety. Like all of his joints don't quite work the right anymore. Like totters like this, and he comes up and he's like just speaking totally in Goblin, and they go back and forth, and he goes in and comes back out about a minute later. They go, he's dead.
How awful.
All right.
I can't believe he would drink himself.
Yeah. Listen. You weren't here. We just found him like this. Oh man. Oh, and he lost. I couldn't find the stone in there either. Shit.
He must have done something with it when he was drunk. He must have been out of his mind to do that.
He was throwing a lot of things.
Again.
Yeah. I thought he was just having a good time. I didn't realize it was this bad. If I had known.
Well, shit. And he goes over and he starts he starts moving stuff around at the back of the room, and you see him pull down a painting off a wall, and he starts like trying to fiddle with a safe, and he's just like keeps a couple more drawers and just like, oh man.
What's in there?
That's where all the expensive supplies are.
Look, last night he said he left a note for his brother. His brother should be back in a couple of days.
Yeah.
His brother can attend to this. I think it is very important that you help the men out of this camp. There's nothing you can do for Mr. Needmore here.
No, we should. We'll leave the note for his. We pass the note on to his brother.
Absolutely, on my honor.
No, we're gonna need to get moving. Oh man.
I will have my servants give him a proper burial.
No, we got to take him. If Big Mr. Needmore found out we left the body here, he would personally kill us all.
Perhaps that's the right thing to do then. Take him with.
Yeah. Oh man, I do not want. We're gonna have to draw straws. I don't want to be the one to do this.
I'm sorry that this has fallen on you. It's an awful thing.
What the hell are we gonna do? How am I gonna pay everybody?
You know what? That's the big wig Mr. Needmore's problem.
Yeah.
He sent you out to this dangerous land with a son who couldn't handle the burden and drank himself to death. Of course you wouldn't say that to him, but between you and I, the man is wise as you must understand.
I would. Listen, he may come out and want to talk to you guys. I wouldn't be surprised.
He may come out. To here?
I mean, oh man, he's gonna be mad. I don't. Listen, this is above my pay grade. Oh God.
How about you leave the body here and let the brother take it?
Maybe that's for the best.
I agree. Joshua is very knowledgeable in delivering bad news, as he often has to deliver bad news to me.
Who?
One of you.
Is it advantage because we're helping?
Yeah, I'll say so. Yeah. And he's just he looks like he's going pale and a bit frantic.
It's not great. 16. Wait. Oh, I still have another one.
You do. It's your last one.
Oh, yeah. What was it?
It's 21 now.
20. Okay. 21.
He goes in. He's like, I'm gonna wrap him up. We're gonna get him in a wagon. Oh man. He just. Oh God. You know what? You guys have good luck. This place is fucking cursed. I'm out. And like this, they get some bodies and they basically wrap them up in the cloth and they ferry the body out.
Take this for your troubles. I'm going to grab his hand, kind of upturn it. Take this for your troubles, Doc. I am so sorry you have to deal with this. I'm going to give him 10 gold.
Okay. And they just pop his body in the back and they'll start to head out.
Are they taking the body?
Yeah, they're going to take the body.
Oh. Thought we were keeping the body.
He's frantic now. He's gonna take it with him.
Don't stand in their way.
Okay.
Oh yeah, just make sure he gets the note.
On my honor.
Before you leave,
What is the foreman's name?
Kardar? Why?
You did an excellent job showing me around.
Oh, well, yeah.
Should the big boss come out to talk to us, we'll be sure to paint you and the others in the best light possible, because in our time here, you have been very kind.
Yeah, thanks. You guys, yeah, good luck and good riddance to this place. He'll go and they'll start to make
Safe
their way out.
journeys.
Yeah, you too. Good luck with your whatever it is.
The spa and resort.
Yeah, it's weird. And they'll make their way out of camp.
Okay, we wait until they're well out of sight before we're doing shit.
Okay.
We're all up still in the office.
I would, yeah, so yeah. Unless
I'm
someone goes
gonna
down.
prestidigitation some stuff clean so it doesn't smell so bad in here.
Okay. It takes you a good, 15 minutes of just prestidigitation to try to get some of that scent out. It's bad.
Oh, wow! Sorry, we just got hosted by Wormwood for a bunch of people. Hi, guys.
Oh, hi,
Raine.
everyone. Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you for the raid. Oh, man.
That scared me.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
We're in the middle of an Eberron campaign, so hi, welcome everybody.
Hi,
sorry.
everyone.
Continue.
So, you see the goblin wagons head down and take the bend and just kind of vanish from view, and you are left in this kind of desolate ghost town of a lumber mill.
I'm going to check that safe for traps.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick that lock.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll.
Yeah. Oh.
It might be trapped. It's 7.
It might be, but you don't find
Cool. I'm going to try to unlock it.
Okay.
I want to see what's going on with the safe.
any. Okay.
Ooh, okay. Sleight of hand, 19.
19. So you're sitting there for a bit, and there's a click, and then just kind of a click. And then I need a dexterity save.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
No, I don't like that die.
How big is this dexterity save?
Are you right behind her?
I would have been to the side.
23?
If you're within 15 feet,
Yeah.
straight out.
Straight out.
Yeah, the
If,
door.
if she's here looking at the safe, I'm right next to her.
Yeah, no,
get
the
that thing.
safe goes up that big. You would probably still get caught in that.
Okay.
That was a 23.
A 23. Okay.
Yep.
17.
And your
17.
faces are melted off.
All right, so you both, you narrowly get out of the way. You just kind of drop to the floor, so only your back is scorched. It's just a bolt of lightning comes out,
Ooh, fuck.
and you both take 7 damage.
Okay. Jeshua's comb over is burnt off.
It's all right. You can fix it later.
The smell of hair oil just sizzling in the air.
Tasty.
And then I'm just gonna drop it and be Nadia again.
Hair rolls out. Still a little bit singed, but you're fine.
You checked for traps, right?
Evidently not.
Ah.
Well, we've done so many other things well, we had to fail at something.
I suppose so.
Is everything in the safe destroyed?
There are some burnt. There is a box that is just charred, but there's a bunch of money, some more documentation.
I'm gonna look at them all. I'm gonna check that box for traps.
Check the box for
I'm
traps.
gonna check it for traps.
You don't even need to check the box that's in there. It's
crumbles?
it looks like wherever it came from basically almost originated from there and fried that box.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is the trap. Okay.
And yeah, so
Money.
there's money. Yeah.
There's money.
Yeah. Scoop it into the bag.
Scoop away.
How much money we got?
I'm gonna go.
You go
Stretch.
to push this in, and then just some starts spilling over the top of the bag. You've kind of reached your capacity.
Wait.
Give
I
back
take
the
the
stuff.
I take the rug out of the bag. Here you go. And then I keep
Oh, you also don't have a
walk
body
over.
in there anymore, do you?
No,
Yeah,
there's
on
no
my
bag.
shoulder and pop a healing word into you.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking the rug.
So you get the money and kind of dump it in there. You taking any of the other paperwork or anything?
I'm scooping it all.
You're gonna scoop everything in there. Okay, so you
We
just
can
kind of
start
empty the
this
safe.
later.
Sounds good.
Can I just say, maybe, they're still gonna know that we were here. And it's going to look a little bit sketchy that we immediately went into the safe.
Uh-huh. I mean, we didn't say we were gonna stay here.
No. Also, we had a whole disguise. It's
Look,
a bad disguise.
The plan is going to fall through as soon as they get back and talk to the bigwigs and realize the sale never actually
We
happened.
told them we were going to stay here because we're making the land into a spa.
Not this spot. If
We
we have a
might-
deed for all of the land, we could be anywhere.
I say we burn down all of the buildings here.
I was gonna say that. Let's wait for the gnomes to get their shit.
Well, yeah. Yep.
Where's the letter to his brother?
He left it on
the
his
desk.
desk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
That's
over
the
and
other
open
thing. We should probably make sure the brother and those people can never be found, right?
It's a little bit. Actually, no, you don't speak Goblin, do you?
Nope.
There is a very poorly written letter in Goblin. It scribbles off at a couple points. You're pretty sure some of these things aren't even actually words.
Doctor.
Can anyone read Goblin?
Not since my early schooling years.
If I had like a dictionary, I could probably work it out, but
Common.
Fold it up and put it in the
rough
back.
Okay.
translation.
It's Rosetta Stone the shit right now.
Rosetta Stones are expensive here.
So the plan is going to fall
Like
through as soon as they find
Rosetta
out.
Stones.
Yeah.
Do you want to destroy this place? If they come back, they'll have to restart everything, but I don't know.
Just make it look like a bandit attack.
I mean,
the
if we
lover will be all gone.
set the place on fire, it might catch on the rest of the forest.
Yeah, I mean, most of it's blue lumber, isn't it?
There's some regular, but there's still some big blue lumber. There was some pieces that they definitely could not take. Like there's like 4 almost whole trees.
What if
that they already cut, but
Yeah.
they just can't.
The wagons they were bigger than the wagons. They would have had to cut them down, and anybody who's seen them chop this wood knows that even with like the good stuff, it takes a lot of time to get through.
so there's nothing processed that we can take?
Maybe some small scraps.
Because I think he's looking for a walking staff
I
size
was at one
piece.
point, yeah.
And she over there wants a plank. Is there anything they can find?
I want
I
to
know
make
so.
it
Give
into
me
a
an
gun.
investigation roll.
Imagine blue wood gun with the purple metal that Hadra has.
Oof.
Oh my god, it would be a buy repeater. It'd be so cool.
I'm gonna use one of my inspirations just cause. 23.
23. You're able to find one kind of large piece that looks like they had started to split down. It's still going to take you quite a bit of carving to get it down. And then there's some smaller planks that you would probably have to cut down too if you're going to do them for anything, any type of like stock or anything like that. But you could probably get like a stock, a quarterstaff, maybe like a small like buckler out of it, but not you got like 15 board feet.
It's workable.
Yeah, that's a good amount.
Quite a lot.
Hadra could probably help us with.
That's fair. We'll just store these for now. And
Hide them somewhere safe. Make sure. Or we just carry it back, even though it's like what, two days away from here.
Yeah.
About that, yeah.
No matter what, they're going to discover that this was all fraud, sham, awfulness. I say we just take this time to destroy everything that they
Yeah.
built. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Asta, do you think you could try piloting one of those suits, maybe?
Oh, they definitely.
Oh, they took the
those.
suits.
Oh,
Damn it!
they're
I
done.
was gonna say I thought you'd never ask.
I really like the idea of like cutting the place down with the suits. Damn.
There were the
With your
wrecked ones that we might be able to salvage.
and
back.
there is still some leftover booze in the thing, in the like the homemade booze underneath, and you've got some other stuff up in his office that you could use too, if you're looking to burn stuff down.
The only thing that stops me from wanting to burn it down is that we might like set the forest on fire.
We will set the forest on fire.
There are no trees immediately around this for probably
Oh.
a good like 50 to 75 yards.
Yeah, I'm already lighting buildings on fire.
Oh,
You're already
okay.
lighting
We
buildings
have
on
to
fire.
wait for the gnomes to come get their shit.
Do we?
Oh no, they took wood with them when they left.
Wasn't the deal they were going to come back for the
Yeah,
rest
they
of the
get
lumber
all the
and
remaining
carpet?
Once all
cut
the
lumber.
Oh, they were really more interested. They seemed like more interested in the carpet, but yeah, they're just basically waiting for you to send word that they can come get their carpet.
How am I gonna send word?
He has a scroll. of
Nadia,
Oh, right.
you want to help me with this? I don't know what it is I'm doing. I'm giving it to them. I would like an allyship.
Sure. Where are they from again?
Largo.
Largo.
Zalargo. Some stupid place.
Drandal from Zelargo.
Okay. I will take the scroll of sending.
Yeah.
Do you know how to use it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just really want to learn this spell instead of just using it up.
I mean,
But
I
they-
have this book of magical theory you could read. It might be in there.
I'm gonna loudly shout out, Drandal, we're ready to talk whenever you are.
I
See if it
didn't,
comes out.
didn't use the.
I don't. I'm trying to see if it doesn't work. Like,
Nope.
Okay, well,
damn, I was
I
hoping to
am
save a
going
scroll.
to use the scroll of standing.
Okay. What are you gonna say?
Hello. Can you hear me? We're good. Man's dead. They're gone. I don't know. You want to come over if you want to or not.
You're definitely
I feel
out of-
so dumb.
You're definitely
I feel
out
so-
of
Can
words.
you
You're
still
out of
hear
words.
me?
No.
You know what? That was perfect. Next time, just send.
I think you got if you want to come over, and then you were done.
You know,
The was
with
in
these
there.
things, it'd be nice if you were a little bit more concise.
Next time, send.
What?
You
We'll
up,
be
what
there
you
within the
doing?
hour.
Oh, that was weird. It's like in my head.
What did they say?
I was so overwhelmed that I forgot. I think they'll be here soon. In an hour?
Okay, well,
You see like little flames start flickering as Balrek has started lighting buildings on fire.
Ooh. S'mores.
I guess we're waiting outside the camp.
Sure, yeah.
I guess if there's anything left around that we might be able to salvage, otherwise we should probably get the hell out of Dodge.
I want to go back in this building quick too. Is there
Okay.
any of that bullshit metal around?
Yeah.
Grab a piece of that
Okay.
and then light it up.
And then light
Okay.
it on fire.
You see like little flickers of light as Balrek steps out. You can just see it in the window starting to spread along, and that building seems to go kind of quick. Like as you're moving out, like towards the middle, it looks like maybe they'd spilled some like oil or grease as they were fixing it, and just the flames just like jump up.
if there's. Oh, no, go ahead.
How long has it been since the goblins left?
After you guys looking around, getting zapped, probably a good half an hour or so.
So we're pretty close to see smoke.
We probably
Yeah.
should have waited.
Could.
Yeah,
I mean, the
trees are
jungle,
pretty
the
tall
jungles
outside.
are fairly
that's
large.
true. They'd have to be at a
Above.
good.
I'd like it known that I don't look at the fire behind me because that's
yeah,
what cool guys do.
Yeah.
because he's a badass.
Okay, so you
This character,
Right. One last thing I want to look for
Now.
is if there's. Morat said that, like, the chains for the chainsaws and stuff, some of them were adamantine and stuff.
Mhm.
I kind of want to look around for any, like, dull chains.
Okay.
Anything they might have accidentally discarded.
I'm gonna wrap that into that same one. You find and they're not so much chains. You find a spot where it looks like they are, and you find like one of the blade portions, and it's got a bunch of runes kind of etched down this groove, and then there are just a variety of metal like teeth that are kind of set by it. Most of them are dull, and it looks like if you bring one close, it just kind of like almost magnetizes and kind of like comes close to it, but doesn't seem to stay there. It looks like there's other parts that hook onto this,
Okay.
but it looks magical.
Cool. I'm going to bring that to Aster when we're kind of walking out of the camp.
Okay.
Aster, I found this.
What is it?
I think it's a bit of that metal that they use to cut this wood.
Adamantium?
That one.
Adamantine.
Adamantine.
I think maybe if you brought this to Hadra, she could use it for a gun part or something.
Or to work the wood.
Well, that too, but either way,
Don't
Then-
worry, Maul, I'm smart.
consider it a gift.
I was waiting. My
Thank
turn.
you. Tuck it into my bag.
In the office,
I want to write it
I
down.
want to try to
'cause I forget
find something with like a very high proof, so very flammable,
Yes.
like, and then stuff a rag.
Okay.
Yes.
Everything should be attached.
You actually find a nice vintage from it's a spiced rum from the Lazar Principalities, and like when it comes to like pirate booze, they are like the rum champion. So it's like drinking the ocean.
You would
Yum.
die.
Yeah.
I remember this. Still Molotoving it.
Yep.
I'm gonna go into his drawer and take all the rest of the booze and just shove it into the bag.
Okay. You're able to get 4 more bottles.
Nadia, it's already on fire. You wanna get out?
Yeah!
It's moving. It's
Everything's
moving
fine.
quick. Like it's just like, and like, it doesn't even get all the way, and just it's just like a fireball that just moves across the room, catching drapery, the
We're
desk.
hobos and pyromaniacs now.
So flames just kind of
Yeah.
rise, and
I'm gonna come out of there, find you immediately, and just kind of put a bit of smushed metal in your hand for a memento of
Oh,
getting a bunch of gold from goblins.
thank you, Balrek. I will treasure it forever. Put that in my bag too.
I got you some shrapnel.
I took this off a corpse.
And it means a lot.
This is my favorite shrapnel.
Sentimental shrapnel.
Oh, shrapnel, thanks.
so just as the flames are really kind of starting to spread towards the wall, down the road you see horse just kind of clopping along, gnome just kind of sitting on it. You see a hat just kind of come up and wave, and he gets off the horse a little ways out, and then the horse just kind of
Is it a full-size horse?
no. It's a gnome-sized horse.
Okay,
That would have been hilarious.
good to know.
And then he gets off, and the horse just kind of seems to kind of dissipate, and he picks up a horseshoe, puts it into a pouch, and looks like you've handled this quite thoroughly.
Oh, this?
Is this double mustache man?
No, this is the hat guy.
The one with the poison.
Well,
Are you
I thought
serious?
double mustache man was stealth suit.
Oh, you heard
yeah,
me.
that was
Oh, I'm
like
sorry.
stealth
I
suit.
had that backwards on.
So, I guess we're good.
Horseshoe off.
I guess we are. But, Drandal, was it?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Sorry, my ball bearings.
I lost my mom!
Everywhere.
What we did here today was an attempt to take back this land.
Okay.
It's important to us. And I'm sure when the big boss, as they refer to him, finds out that one of the sons died, that may not go over well.
Yeah. And it's a lot of money to bring people out here, so maybe it'll be fine.
Maybe. But perhaps keep it in your mind that you perhaps witnessed the night of drinking, and if ever something should come your way, you reinforce that story.
So, a favor.
Well, not so much as a...
A favor, yeah.
We'll call it a little one. Well,
Well, no, because if you acknowledge that you didn't see the night of drinking, then you would acknowledge that you yourself administered the poison.
See, this is a bargain, as we have witnessed
You.
to what you've done.
would make a fantastic gnome. Yeah, no. I'm not.
This is not a favor, this is equal footing.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I would also like, if in the future, perhaps you can help us, we'll help you. In allyship.
I mean, hopefully we get to go back home for a bit. You know, it's nice being out of the field. Nice to take a little break from the field.
I
But
just
you know
want
what?
to know that if
You-
we ever run into each other, we consider each other friends.
Say we're on good terms. How's that?
That's all I need. Insight check.
Yeah, same.
Not great.
I'm gonna put my
Not
pants
great.
on
Right now?
Yeah.
This is when you do it?
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got an 8.
I got a 13.
It seems pretty honest to you. It's like, so, no, well, I'm glad that we were able to, deal with this without any trouble.
Well then, a bargain was struck and I will keep my word.
As will I.
Now, pull this out.
I have a question. Are you the only people that make carpets like this?
Oh, no, I mean, we do all our own, but I mean, no. Are you looking for a guy?
Yeah.
We would certainly
Yeah,
love
we would
to
love that.
acquire one legally in the future.
Yeah, I owe him one, so.
Okay, well, you been up to New Throne?
We have.
Oh, we can't really go there right now.
Oh, we should
mean-
be fine.
Well, when you go there and
Okay.
you pull out a card, my cousin's up there,
Okay.
and, tell him I sent you. He'll treat you right.
And
I mean, they're expensive, don't get me wrong, but,
Sure.
quality work.
and the reward money?
Which you did promise.
Again,
You did promise. And in exchange for that promise, there's all of this blue wood just laying here in the lumberyard.
yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna get that out of here. I'm a tough guy, but it is what it is.
Well, I mean, we have it on good authority that this land's gonna be undisturbed for. What does it take? 2 weeks to get to the Eldine Reaches and back?
At least.
Plenty of time to get a big enough wagon out here.
Yeah, and maybe they'll just run into some trouble with the rails. Slow them down a little. So yeah, all right. Well, I'll file the paperwork when I get back.
Okay.
So who do I hand this to? He hands you 10 coins. There you go. We good?
Is that 10 platinum?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
I thought he said the reward was 1,000 gold.
That is 10.
10 platinum is
100.
100 gold.
So he would have given you 100. So it would have been a pouch
Oh,
then.
no.
Oh,
Yeah, my
okay.
math was wrong.
That's alright, just making sure.
Yeah,
Wasn't
no,
sure if he was
yeah.
trying to
So-
double
so
deal.
A pouch. It's
It was-
not as big as you were expecting.
It was 10 mega platinum.
Deca platinum. So
Okay.
yeah.
Can
Okay,
I
so-
talk to your friend quick?
Come on. And just kind of like out of the woods, just hood comes off. What's up, big guy?
That is so cool.
How much for you to kill someone?
Ooh.
What kind of person are we talking?
The foreman.
Oh,
Oh, why do you want to kill the foreman?
200.
He had something of my mom's. I can give you 100 now and send 100 later.
100 now and 100 on proof of death.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, would you like a message?
No.
Alright. Puts the hood back up and he just kind of vanishes. And he walks. And he's like, alright, well, it was a pleasure. If you're ever in Zalago, look me up.
Hey, that horseshoe, how much is it worth to you? Just out of curiosity.
Not enough, kid.
Does your cousin make them too?
No. That was, a gift. Sign a station. Don't worry about it. And he hops on and see you later.
I don't know your name. Bring proof to Hope, and I'll make sure you get the rest.
Okay.
That just come from the abyss.
Yeah.
Gee. Oh boy.
Gideon,
Yes.
your silk shawl.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for letting me borrow it.
I'm gonna wrap it up gently,
How
clean it,
much?
and put it in my bag.
How much money did we get from the safe?
The safe.
Well, first off, we had 100 platinum,
Which is 1,000 gold.
which we could just, there's 5 of us.
I know, but I'm adding the safe money to the
Alright,
math.
alright, you do whatever you
Okay.
want.
Are you ready?
Yes. I'm
Um,
just ready for the gold. I'm not ready for the other stuff.
Okay.
No, I'm ready.
40 platinum,
fuck.
Oh, shiskies.
235 gold,
2, 3.
130 silver,
Okay.
and 235 copper.
2.
Fuck.
Oh my god. Okay, so.
Why couldn't they have just currency
come back to
exchanged
that.
platinum for us?
Yeah.
Because
Can't make
it costs money to do that.
It's so
Balrek.
inconvenient, though.
Oh my god.
Especially if you're at an airport, it's more expensive.
It's a variety of regions, but it's all Gallifreyan standard weight. So
Nice. She's just doing some math
He's
over here.
mathing.
okay.
So what's the plan now?
I think we should go hide or destroy those bodies and make sure nobody can ever find them.
Okay. I don't think it matters. If they're dead, they're dead.
It would just look like bandits. Killed them, destroyed the camp.
I think it'll just point to us even more after what happened today.
I think we've already put that target on our back from what we did here.
Yeah.
Either way,
Okay.
they definitely will either look like bandits or animals, and I imagine something's gonna eat the bodies.
Yeah.
Probably.
I just start passing out pouches.
It is the harsh wilderness.
That's 28 platinum.
Rolling
I don't think
in
I've
the
ever had platinum in a game before.
dough.
47 gold, 26 silver, and 47 copper.
I'll give you my 47 copper because I still have 69 and I don't want to affect that number.
What about Electro?
Yeah, where's the Electrum at, John?
They've been phasing that out. About the only place you get that now is a single one from
It's
your
basically
grandmother
a dime.
in like a. I was thinking more like the $2 bill.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's a $2 bill.
Nadia,
Well,
keeping that coin you flipped to me.
yeah.
Okay.
I subtracted that from my.
The flames now have kind of started to reach towards that blue wood, and the flames just kind of begin to flick between like a variety of different shades.
Ooh, pretty.
How long are you guys staying there?
I mean, not very long. We need to take off, right? We need to go.
Gotta
Okay.
get going.
I don't really know where were we going? What was the plan?
Back to Hope.
Yeah, which is to the north.
And you're the only one who knows, right?
No,
Like how
you're
get
going to
there?
be going. Actually, I think more.
Maybe like northwest.
Yeah, like
right?
northwest-ish.
I'd like to keep an eye on the fire as we're leaving,
Okay.
just because I'm curious if it's gonna blow up. Honestly, if it's some sort of magic wood, because I don't really know anything about it.
All right, so you're keeping an eye towards the back as you go. As things just kind of get out of sight, you hear like a slight rumble, and you catch as you step out of view, the road and the pathway just vanish under undergrowth, and then you see like plant life just start erupting up behind you.
Well, fuck. Cool.
Stop.
And there's just like you see just like a bluish kind of like dust that just kind of floats into the air, and you can actually see like trees start to like kind of come up, like not full growth but like
Yeah. when I say stop, I'm like, stop. And like I imagine all of you would wonder why and turn around.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my assumption.
Yeah, and you
I'd
look,
stop and look.
You look back and you see like where the camp is just slowly being overtaken by vegetation, just growing. It just like an unbelievable rate.
That's not normal.
What
right?
did we do?
Balrek, we did it.
That's some crazy wood.
That just does that?
I mean, I've been watching it the whole way out, and that's what was left burning, the different colors, and then whoosh.
Well, then mission accomplished.
I'm sorry. Whoosh.
The mighty whoosh.
Balrek just smiling, honestly.
Aw, sweet boy.
Well,
I'm gonna
there
do
goes
that.
a lot of evidence.
Yeah.
Oh, problem solved. Forest took itself back.
I'm gonna just walk by Balrek and do
Maybe
like a.
us with it.
Indeed.
And I want to keep going.
So I lightly pat you on the back as you go by. Gideon, I know you didn't want to part with that carpet, and I really appreciate it, and I'm buying your next one.
Well, I hold you to the apology and the
You're gonna have
thanks.
to do a lot of side work.
But
It's
I
like-
don't hold you to the carpet.
2,000 gold.
You don't owe me anything.
At least.
All I ask is that when I am in need of my friends to help, you help.
Oh, shut up. You're already getting it.
I know, but I like to play the drama. What are you doing?
Gosh.
You know what?
Uh-uh.
This is why I like her.
You did something very selfless today, Gideon.
I also got a bunch of gold out of it, so.
You're right. I'm not going to give you the dagger. Never mind.
Oh, wait, what? But I earned it. I worked so hard.
You wanna flip for the knife?
We can. I don't know. I can't use the hatchet, so honestly,
You can take whatever.
Fine. I'll keep the hatchet, you keep the knife.
Are you sure?
Sure. It might be enough metal, maybe I can melt it down.
Yeah? Okay.
It's fine. Or I can throw it at someone, it might be kinda cool.
It's more of a. I'm sorry, it wasn't as much of a hat.
A
It is.
tomahawk.
It's an axe. Like it is.
Like a lumberjack axe?
It's
so that's a big head. Then.
It's versatile. So the way I have it, it's basically like works like a longsword, but an axe.
So
Cool.
It's
a
like a
battle
battle
axe.
axe.
Yeah, the battle axe is
Yeah.
versatile too.
I can't use it still. But
No.
Oh.
if I can melt it into something else.
I'm a fighter. I'm not asking for your axe. I'm just saying.
It's also a strength weapon.
I'm pretty impressive. I'm very strong with my -1.
And you make your way up.
One more quick thing. I'm gonna take out the partially carved wolf and just kind of hand it to you. It needs to be finished.
Okay. I can do that for you.
Okay.
Put it in my bag.
Okay.
Didn't look for wood carver tools while we were there.
If ever there was a place.
I'm gonna take the knife and hand it back to Maul. Let's just get both of them melted down.
Into what?
Different knives.
Ooh,
I don't want. It's ugly. It's fucking custom.
I like it.
It's a very basic knife at the moment. So okay. So as you divvy out your equipment and hand out gold, you start on that nice long journey back home to Hope.
Walking.
Walking.
I'm removing it from my inventory.
Dang gnomes, man.
It's gone.
Every
So-
step of the way, there's a gnome somewhere doing something to us.
They're always underfoot.
Gnome there isn't.
Oh,
Did you
and that's
just
where
do
we
that?
at.
I did.
You just do that? Oh my god.
So the journey's fairly uneventful on the way back. You've got a few days to actually relax and not worry so much about what horrors chasing you, and it's nice. It's a little bit peaceful and relaxing. Slight rain on the second day, but Nothing too bad. Just a quick shower, kind of cool you off.
I'm gonna enjoy the rain.
And you get back towards Hope after a couple days of travel. Sound of, laughter in the air as you reach back. A little bit of smoke rising from building, from like chimneys. The gates are open once again. Couple guards by the gate, but open. And that's what we'll pick up next week. Arriving back at Hope.
Yay! Ah,
Oh, fuck
great
that
session, guys.
So stressful.
Awesome session, Sav.
Thanks.
So
Everybody
good.
had fun. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do that.
Turn on the battle cam.
Wow!
He's talking about this thing, by the way.
That
But
thing
maybe
is
in time.
awful.
Where were they keeping that?
That, you'll just have to wait and see how that works out.
Oh my god.
I'm
Oh,
so glad
man.
we talked our way out of this. We
Love-
lied our way
love
out of that.
So,
What a wild ride.
next session we'll pick back up with our heroes
Yeah.
arriving back home.
Next Monday, we will be live at 5 p.m. EST. If you enjoyed tonight's session, also thank you guys for sticking around after the raid. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All of our episodes are on our YouTube, so you can just find us by searching Heretical Heroes. Also, I am converting the episodes to podcasts if that's more your jam, so check us out on Spotify. We'll be updating eventually.
This episode will be up Wednesday.
Wednesday, right. We always upload Wednesday at noon. What else? We have a Twitter at Heretical Heroes. Join our Discord, ! Discord. And then Cameron streams video games the rest of the week, so come stop by and say hi tomorrow.
Playing Stardew right now.
Making a pizza empire. But other than that, I think that's it, unless anybody else has anything else to say.
No, I think it's-
You want to go over the sponsor again, quick?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Charisma 20 Body Care. We do D&D themed soaps, bath bombs, shower steamers, lotions, all sorts of fun stuff for your body care needs, and use the code NR Eberron and get a little money off. Have a great night, everyone.
Charisma 20. Be good, everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks for watching.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.